Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Reborn in Flames. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that little bell so be notified when I post again. And if you aren't doing so already, check out my Twitch, Dungeons with Shep, where you can catch these streams live and chat with us as we play. So, last time you were all gathered in the Ashen Roof Tavern, where you were summoned by Officer Joseph to rid the town of monstrous creatures that had been attacking it, and to seek their origin in an attempt to wipe them out for good. Following his brief suggestion and with your own wits, you went to the site of the initial attack, a house that was burned down to ashes. After investigations of the ruined house, you came across a small flask with a globule of some sort. And after testing,
it was a test. Don't worry. It was
yes,
a perfect test.
our dear friend Ruel has been granted a gift of a new arm that he has yet to identify how it affects him fully.
It hurts. That's really all I care about at the moment.
And after some quick thinking on all of your parts, ceased the spread from his arm to the rest of his body. And I have decided to head to a nearby church in hopes to cure his arm or identify what has happened further. Is that correct?
I think that's what we all decided to do.
That was the plan. The panicked plan, but a plan.
I mean, Tyrion's plan was just to drag him to the local church, find the deepest thing of holy water, and just dunk him into it and see what happens.
I mean, that might work.
Thanks for the follow, Private. I appreciate that. Oh, hang
Oh
on.
no!
As Tyrion sees it, it'll either kill you or cure you. One of the two.
Oh, that's. Well, I hope it doesn't kill me. We can. But we can see that.
I mean, how long can you hold your breath?
I have not tried.
First time for everything.
It will be a learning experience.
If I tap your arm, can you please let me get some air?
Maybe on the third tap.
Hopefully I remember that.
Spam tapping my arm.
I was muted. Alright, so, Private won't be able to... Oh, Jet, because I don't know if it's Private or Pivot. I'm gonna go with Jet. So Jet, will not be able to get into map tools because of reasons. So I will be controlling his character for the most part. Oh. You have all marked out the church that you wish to go to, which is fairly close by, a couple of miles, if that, and have began your journey.
I feel like we barely made it through session 1 and we were already derailing the campaign.
It's not derailing. It's perfectly fine.
As you continue through the streets, in the distance, you see a fairly large cathedral.
Like, what style of cathedral? Like Roman Gothic or late Gothic?
The DM does not know because they do not know architecture.
That's okay. Really cool spikies or more rounded?
As you approach, the church is fairly large but modest, with triangular roofs and a small cemetery and a small building set to the side.
Does that small building look like it's a it's like a house for the resident there?
No, the small building looks to be more a not tomb. What is the word I'm looking for?
Mausoleum?
No. Smaller.
Crypt.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. DM who knows word bad is not good, but he tries his best. So, you come to a fairly large but modest cathedral with a crypt to the side and a small graveyard. It, unlike most of the city, has patches of grass and small trees and bushes growing. Smaller than what you would see in other countries, given the local environment, but well kept and beautiful in their own right.
We should like Taryn, can you like help me up to the front?
Wait, you said Tyrion?
Yeah, Taryn. Since you're the one that's gonna help me take a bath, I guess.
I didn't realize that whatever afflicted your arm had spread to your legs.
You should be loading on that now.
I would say if you're doing like my entire upper half at that point, I might consider it a bath.
Maybe in the 1 week I should have re-downloaded map tools on my SSD.
Oh, you don't? Do you not have map tools?
Oh, I do have map tools.
Okay.
I just I got an SSD recently, and I'm like, maybe I'll load these maps faster if it was on my SSD. Oh well.
Tyrion completely misinterpreting what you're saying, just like scoops you up in his arms and just starts carrying you into the cathedral.
Oh God, no! What are you doing?
You asked me to help you up the stairs.
Yeah, that's I guess what you're
If-
doing.
If you walk in like that, the priest will get a very different idea of why you're here.
What idea will the priest have?
Do I need to explain that to him?
Well, maybe I don't think this is a fertility goddess we're going to.
Wait, fertility? What?
It officially got weird.
I drop him.
Ow! Ow, my arm! I'll get out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep walking forward. Kian, are you coming along?
Uh, sure. Sure.
Right, as you approach the doors, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this because
All I see is roof. This church.
as you
They put a roof on the inside.
as you approach the church, above the two elegant wooden doors is the symbol of a gavel and a block.
I feel like I should know what this particular deity symbol is.
Do you enter?
Oh yes, I definitely do.
Alright,
I feel like my map tools hasn't updated because I just see us on the tavern map.
Can I make a check to see if I know the symbol?
are you loading it now? Hello?
Doesn't appear to be.
That should have worked. Says you're connected. Alright, well, if that didn't work, go to the right hand corner on select map and go down to the one that says church. Do you see that?
No, I just have grasslands and the action roof on there. I may just have to rejoin real quick.
It's player visible, so you should be able to see it. And everyone else is moving on it, so that's weird. You may have to disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, I'll just reconnect real quick.
But yes, you can do a religion check on the symbol, if you wish.
17.
Alright. With a 17, you have been minimally versed in the ways of the gods and divinity. And you know that this is the symbol of the god known as Pinnacle.
Oh, Pentacle?
Yes.
Okay.
The god of order and law.
That explains the gavel. So it's like everything like hypersymmetrical, just like this.
So the way I do maps is what you see is usually what is left.
Okay, that's good.
So
Just asking.
that being said, it's hyposymmetrical because maps and assets.
I was just seeing if that's also maybe due to the deity itself.
Potentially, but if you ever notice hyposymmetrical stuff like that, it's usually more or less because assets.
That's okay. Yeah, Rule will walk in if anybody else is following, and he'll just walk in.
As you walk in front of you, you will notice a fairly tall man, older, balding, at the pedestal. He has what appears to be a cigar in his mouth, and it is lit, and he is smoking.
Okay. Okay. I will walk forward, and my arm's pretty much being burned off a little bit, and I'm like, are you the priest here?
As you approach, the The man will look up from his book, will adjust his glasses ever so slightly.
I think you made them okay. Just a little bit. Nope. Up, down. Nope. Nope. Okay, right there. Now it's back to the right. Yep. Okay, your glasses are good now.
He will blink slightly at your teaching of how to adjust glasses.
Lisa will pinch the brow of her nose and just sigh.
And is just kind of watching this interaction with his head tilted in mild amusement.
Are you able to connect? Are you connecting all right?
I got stuck on a loading campaign, so I restarted map tools. So I'm gonna. So for just a moment, I've just kind of been following them in. If you just want to move my token for posterity's sake.
Yeah, I just moved you around. Is anyone else having connection issues?
Nah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems fine for me.
Did Private ever come back? Keep an eye on him, because I can't. Usually I don't have a look at the Discord while I'm doing all this. So he came back. So I called him.
Yes.
But if he shows up again, let me know so I can move him in.
Okay.
Yes, I am a priest of this fine church. How may I assist you?
I'll just like show my arm and go, I have problems and I don't know exactly what they are.
He will take a hard look at your arm and squint. What is it that ails you, brother?
Well, I don't know. I touched something and then my arm shrieked in pain like it was burning. Well, my skin was kind of fleshing off. And now I have this like weird pink skin new thing with like cracks everywhere.
Okay, I think I may have misled you in my description, and I apologize. Your hand looks exactly the same as before, only it is cracked. It looks just like dry skin. It doesn't look bone. Well, it is a little bone because you poured holy water and it singed
That hurts
very
a
badly.
lot.
Well, actually, it wasn't the holy water.
sacred.
It was the sacred
Sacred
flame,
flame it
that
twice.
did it. So I guess that's what the boning is coming in, but that's radiant damage. So, but without that, just without the damage you dealt to yourself, the arm is fairly the same color and looks the same, but it looks extremely dry and cracked.
Oh, so it's kind of like okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. I'll be like I'll just like point to it and go, do you see this? This is not normal human conditions. Or do I need to get closer? Are you nearsighted or farsighted?
He will motion you closer. Also, I put ambience in the DM Discord general, so if you want to look at that, you can. He will motion you closer and like, he will move down. He actually hop down, and he appears to be quite limbo for a man who looks his age. He'll grab your arm and look at it. And as he grabs it, it is extremely painful. Just the mere of him touching it. And he stretches it out and he looks at it. Yes. This is strong doings, boy. Strong doings indeed.
Oh, I said, do you know what a doings is? I don't know what a doings is.
Lisa will step forward and will offer him a very swift but polite bow and be like, First, I would like to apologize for my associate. He is the way he is. Secondly, I believe, as you may have noted, that this is some sort of fiendish corruption of some kind. I do not know the exact nature, but it seems to be symptomatic of such exposure. He was very brave to test something for us. We are trying to do justice to this town and the people who live here. So it would, if there's anything you can do to help us and to help this idiot, that would be much appreciated, sir.
He will nod slowly. Yes, this is dark doings indeed. But I'm afraid there's little I can do for you, sir. This goes far beyond my power.
Oh, that's is it permanent?
He will examine it a little more and move your finger over and
Ow! Careful.
it looks pretty prominent to me, son. Although, in the right hands, with a strong enough person, you could be restored. But there would be
That's
no
good.
easy task.
No, that's never actually stopped me. Can I have my arm back now?
Yes.
I don't suppose you have any holy water on hand, by any chance?
He would nod. Yes, I have holy water on hand. However, it is rather difficult to make, and it is not cheap.
I think that means it costs money to get.
He will look at Ryu and then back to Lysa.
So besides the holy water itself, one of the reasons why we think that it may not be a bad idea to get something is it seems that what I touched was also, and how I stopped it, is a similar way in which we destroy that thing. It seems to be. Do you know of anybody who lived in that burnt building? I guess is kind of what it ends up being. Oh, by the way, do you have something to make this not hurt as much? That would actually be more helpful.
He will think for a moment. You'll have to be more specific on the building. There are many buildings around these parts as of night late. As far as your hand is concerned, I'm afraid that the only true way for that to hurt less is to completely heal it.
Oh, that's gonna be frustrating. Okay, well. Okay.
Are you able to see the map now?
Yeah, I think I'm loading into it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lisa's gonna reach into her pack. She's gonna take out that bottle of wine she bought at the tavern, and she's just gonna offer it out to Rule. Don't drink.
Oh, I won't drink all. What?
Don't drink all of it.
Oh, sure, I won't. Thank you. You're not as scary as what we think you are.
Then I will endeavor to try harder.
The priest will put his hand to his chin for a moment and think.
So the fire so the building we're talking about is, I guess, the first building that was attacked in the first raid, and when we went there, it felt like a lot of things centered on it. Not just so much the attacks, but also like the heat itself. Instead of what looks to be like hotspots on the outside, there's hotspots on the inside. Almost like that was like a center point, like where things started. Besides being, it wasn't so much the target of the attacks as it was the center of them.
He will give a slow nod in understanding. I see, you're talking about the house that was first attacked. Correct.
Oh yes, that one.
I unfortunately did not know the individual who resided there, but I know that they do not reside there any longer. And I know that no one has seen them since before the attack.
Well, given the state of the building, it's possible that they are no longer around in any form. However, we can't entirely rule out the possibility that somebody was not doing something they should have been, and this may have been intentional, it may have been an accident. We don't know, but there is unfortunate circumstances afoot, more than it would seem. Which reminds me, do you have anybody else working here who could possibly relay a message to the, specifically to the town guard? We could do it ourselves, but it might be more expeditious if you have someone who could run it for us.
Unfortunately, I am the only one here at the moment. All the others who would assist me are volunteers and are not currently here.
Kin is looking down in thought with her hand on the chin of her mask.
Lisa will look over and do that thing where you point at your eyes and then point at them.
Sorry, I just had a thought is all.
Well, if you have something to contribute, Kin, speak up.
Well, based. Can you stop staring at me so
No.
intensely?
No, speak.
Okay. So I just had a thought. If we are to assume of the possibility that the attack started from inside the home, but the owners have been gone since before the attack, what if they, with the goop and the stories from the guard, what if the people inside were experimenting and they left behind their experiments, which caused the monsters to appear?
Keep talking, but I'm going to quit the server, reload the server, and see if that helps connection issues. Usually that fixes it for some people. So I'm going to try that,
Roger.
but keep going.
Okay.
Don't you think it's possible that the people who used to live there purposefully made these experiments to go off and attack the town?
Or perhaps it went off prematurely?
Or perhaps there is another party involved who decided to utilize the situation. If there are fiendish elements involved in any way, then they have their own agendas that would not sync up quite with anyone trying to exploit them. But that is just a possibility.
Well, so what if this? I was just thinking that what if this was like, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like we need to explore some more.
I think what we need to do is we need to see these things for ourselves. and perhaps fight them. Particularly now that we have some knowledge of their nature, that does give us something of a small advantage. We already have one or two people who have interestingly shown talents that were unexpected that may be useful in such an endeavor.
Sova's back up, try to connect again.
I'm actually really good at tracking. Maybe I could help locate these creatures if we want to learn more.
If it comes down to a fight, is Rule's arm going to be a problem?
Let's see. I will grab an arrow and hold it firmly.
Alright, so you're just holding an arrow in your hand? The messed up one?
Yeah, I'll grab an arrow from my quiver and that with my right hand.
Okay. It feels uncomfortable to close your hand that hard, but it's not really painful.
So, Tayron, have you ever had like an itch you couldn't scratch?
1,000-yard stare. Yes.
It feels like that. I don't like it, but I can work through it.
Oh, that's good to know. So that could be advantageous. Also, the ability that you displayed, interestingly enough, which you have yet to explain to us.
Oh, that was just a literal panic. Then my arm caught on fire.
Right.
Am I the only one that doesn't understand how fire just springs out of nowhere?
You said fly over springs?
Am I the only one who doesn't understand how fire just springs out of nowhere?
Oh, we're kind of in the land where that can kind of happen.
It's true. This is an interesting continent for such things.
A fair point.
Now, about that holy water, Father.
He would nod.
I am to
Given
presume that. Sorry, go on.
Given the circumstances of your friend and the circumstances of his ailment and how he procured it, he will actually take a close look at you in your vestments. I know that you know the ways of the church somewhat, and that this little vial is not as easy to procure as some will lead you to believe. But given the circumstances, I think I can spare a few. One, in case you need it most.
That would be most generous of you, Father. And I would be willing to compensate. I understand that the church does have practical needs to attend to, especially in these trying times.
You would nod. That is most appreciated, but this one is on the church. It is my duty to make sure that people are safe, that no harm comes to them. This is just one of the ways I can do that.
That is most kind of you, Father. I will try to ensure that nobody drinks it. At least, not in a circumstance where that may not be favorable. I will look after it.
I actually have an interesting question about all the attacks. Did you? I'm guessing you buried a couple people. Were any of them marked in a weird way?
As far as I know, the individuals had no distinctive markings on them. Oh, he's not even in voice chat anymore. That's a shame. Anyway. to my knowledge, none of them who have been attacked have any real connections to one another.
Oh, okay.
Well, the random attacks it is knowledge. It is something we at least understand about them. They seem to be just doing what is coming to them naturally or unnaturally, depending on.
Yeah, maybe.
Although if we actually get to see them and hopefully kill some, maybe perhaps we can understand what we're dealing with a little more.
I would agree with that. So, should we go and check some of the other places then? If there is any other place that's actually worth checking? What about you, Ken? What are you thinking about?
She quickly backs up. This is a church, right? People come here to confess. Would it be rude to ask if the priest has heard any rumors from any confessions?
That's a good idea. What have you heard?
Did you whisper that, or did you just like say that out loud?
Panickedly, I said it out loud because
Okay.
he got really close to me really fast.
Okay, then the priest would cut in right then and said, "Yes, that would be very rude and would go against my teachings completely, and I unfortunately cannot discuss what has been told and confessed to me behind closed curtain as it is. However, I can say that no one has made confessions regarding these attacks.
Not even rumors?
Rumors are a different story, of which the church frequents, and as long as it is not in that little cotton box, I can share rumors with you freely."
Well, what can you share with us involving the attacks?
Well, there have been a few rumors. One such rumor is that these creatures are a sign from one of the gods to punish us for our wrongdoings. That one I'm not too sure of myself, as I have never encountered a beast such as this in any holy scripture. Another is that these are some kind of monsters born from the sewage refuse. That could have some warrant, but I do not know, as I am not a practitioner of such magics or creations.
So you presume that the creatures could be coming from the sewers then?
My feelings on the matter, I'm not quite sure.
What?
My likely guess is that they are just random creatures coming from the forest, from the Everflame, that somehow managed to break into the city.
You said the forest?
Yes.
Am I familiar with this forest?
You from AAG? I forget who's talking.
Me.
Are you from AAG? Well, yes. Are you from AAG?
I don't really know the world very well, so I don't know.
What continent are you from?
This one. Let's just say this one.
This is AAG.
Okay, then yes.
Well, each continent has their own benefits. So wait, did you not pick a continent to come from with benefits?
Didn't know there was a continent to pick from.
Yes, each continent has their own benefits. So you might want to look that up.
Where can I look?
It's under player rules and clarifications. Go down. It's in I forget if I called it background to origin, but it's in background to origin, whichever one it's called. But for now, make a history check.
Yeah, let's just see if I'm familiar with a forest. You said history?
Yes.
Where's is my history? I don't see history as a check. Oh, there it is. 5.
Could be any forest. There's a lot of forests around this planet.
I was only ever raised in one forest.
Must be that forest.
Must be that one.
Quick, to my homeland, wherever that may be.
Okay. So, just my. Huh. Oh, how long have you been here, priest? I still don't know your name.
I've been here since I was a wee lad. You can call me Father Johansson.
By the way, I don't actually see the place that you were directing my attention to in terms of the contents.
Rules, tabs, pins, player rules and clarifications. Scroll down a few bit, go to background, looking at that.
Player rules and clarification?
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
So, let me see here. Is there any stories about, like, the initial creation of this village? Like, what it was built on top of, or, like, if there's any special reason for this town to be here?
Well, this town was built just like most, through trade routes, and this is where most people just settled down and populated. It was on a fairly fertile piece of land. People could grow food, settled in.
Okay, at least that makes sense.
So it sounds like we have 2 leads then. The forest, or the sewers.
I guess we could check one of those, or do we want to maybe look also around a little bit before we? I don't know. We could go look at the sewers. Do you want to go look at the sewers?
I would suggest we check the sewers since we're already here in town.
And that would make a lot of sense if they're apparently appearing from nowhere. Sewers lead all around the town.
Oh, where did you say this forest was?
Well, the forest I was referring to is the Everflame Forest.
I would like. Go ahead.
It is a fairly large forest, just on the couple of miles, roughly a day's travel, to the east of town. The closer you are to smoke, the closer you are to the Everflame.
I actually am from AIG. I'll do a history check now after a little bit more
Well, if
conversation.
you're from AIG, then you know.
Yeah.
The Everflame Forest is a large forest on the continent of AIG that composes a few 100,000 acres that is permanently ablaze.
Is there like a lot of folklore around that forest about like monsters coming out of it?
Well, yes. Just like any strange forest, this one does create folklore and folk tales about different creatures and beasts that lurk within it.
I got a question. Is it possible to do, I guess it would be history? Is history kind of more based on the folklore? My goal is to see if there's any stories of creatures that resemble this.
That I would call that a history check. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the list, and I am from AAG.
Okay. Well, you've read a few folklore tales throughout your time, but nothing that you have read even really seems to resemble what you have heard, except for no.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, okay, so I've never heard any story about this. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I guess thank you, Father Johansson, for giving us this information. Yeah.
Just quick, I think Shade needs to get dragged back into the
Oh,
voice.
did Shay get disconnected?
There we go.
Alright. Anything else?
Before, if they're about to leave, before they go, Liz is going to walk up to him and she's going to offer Father Johansson a hand, and she's going to look him in the eye. And she's going to say, if there is retribution to be had for what has transpired here, I swear it will be done.
You'll take your hand and nod. That is appreciated. Now, let me get you that flask.
Much appreciated, Father.
He will make his way around you. And come back here. You will grab it, come back, and we'll present it. Here you are.
Thank you kindly. We will. There's not much, but we will do the best we can with what we have. And it may prove valuable to us. Thank you again, Father.
He will nod. Safe travels.
Before we go, I will ask the priest, if we are going into the sewers, is there an entrance nearby here?
There are a few entrances throughout the town. Manhole coverings and such.
Okay, thank you. Zoop.
I mean, she is really fast.
She must be very eager to get into the sewers. I don't know why.
She moves fast. Better to get away from people.
Always
Cannot
taking
escape the
dash
corners.
action. Always taking the dash action.
On her way out, Lisa is just going to leave. As she's on her way out, on one of the pews, she's like one of these kind of like stone columns on the end of the pew. She's just going to leave a silver and just keep walking.
Those actually go to the ceiling, so I'll just say you put it on the pew.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But as Azriel begins to leave through the doorway, Father will call out to him, "Son, one more moment of your time, if you wouldn't mind."
Do you say Ezreal?
Huh? Oh, he was speaking to you.
Oh, yeah, sure. What?
He will motion you to follow him.
Okay. That is a big statue.
It's decent. My holy powers are awesome. Or not as well adept as others. However, and I do dread suggesting this, there is someone who may be able to assist you.
Oh, that would be actually much appreciated.
There is an elderly woman who lives a few miles from town, close to the forest. Some people have gone to her for various ailments or for other reasons, and have seemed to be helped by her. However, these individuals do never seem to be quite the same when they return. Their ailments are gone, but a piece of them always seems to be left behind there. Now, I'm not one to drop accusations on others, and I do regret giving you this information, but your ailment is not a good one, and I unfortunately cannot help you. And if there is a way that she can, it may be worth a visit.
Do you know what this thing is that's commonly called?
What thing are you referring to?
Just my arm. Like, do you know what this disease is? Do you know what this disease is called, or ailment, or whatever it is?
What you have there is not a disease, not traditionally speaking. What you have there is more akin to a curse or a mutation.
Oh, that sounds worse.
You will nod.
Okay, thanks for telling me about the lady that lives outside the town that probably is out there for a good reason. If she can, if we swing by there, well, sounds like we will, then maybe I can try to talk to her then.
Be safe out there, boy.
Oh, I plan to be safe. Is there anything else?
No, there is nothing else.
Good luck. I hope your town stays not on fire.
He will give a slightly grim nod, and will turn back to the statue.
Hey, Tayron, there's a huge statue back there.
The poor father's like, I tried.
And I will drag the two people who can't drag themselves. All right.
So,
And as you leave the church, immediately as you step outside, you will hear a bell ringing from the distance.
isn't that usually the sound of fire?
That might be our opportunity, for better or worse.
And you will see
Let's
see
go.
individuals running into buildings and trying to prepare as best they can as guards begin to run towards the bell sounds.
Well, we did want to see what it looked like.
true. I suppose that we could, at the very least, we could help the guards.
Let's go. Ooh, I get to hunt something finally.
All right, you all
There we go. I
follow.
don't think my microphone is working properly.
you
Oh,
all-
just then.
Is everyone able to talk? Can everybody hear me all right?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to actually have my Discord pulled up in order to use the push to talk function on it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's unfortunate.
So I've just been chatting at myself for about 15 minutes now.
I was
Oh,
wondering why
no.
you were quiet.
Oh,
That's
no.
okay. You had the best conversation ever with yourself. How many times did we interrupt you?
Why is
A lot.
Why is Ether in the corner just muttering to himself? Is he okay?
I don't use push to talk. I've just got a mic on a headset that flips up that mutes itself. So
have a button.
I know when I'm muted when my mic is up.
All right, so a party wishes to make their way to the sounds of the bells.
Or follow the guards, whatever leads us to where everyone's going.
They're both in the same direction.
Yeah, okay then. I was just figuring that the bell was just a general alarm, not particularly the direction of the thing.
All right, then I will take you that way. All right, you all run down towards the sounds of the alarm bells and where guards have been rushing. And as you approach, you begin to hear the sounds of metal clanging and people screaming.
I probably should prepare for battle.
Yeah, as we're running, I pull out my bow.
Yep, sword and shield come out for Tarion.
Lisa's gonna palm off the vial of holy water to Edda.
Alright. You all make your way down let's see. Let me do this. There. You all make your way down the fairly empty street at this point to the sounds of battle. And in front of you, you see grotesque looking creatures. Their flesh bowling off of the bones. Skulls visible with a snake-like whipping tail lashing about, spewing fire in every direction. Oops.
What map should we be on for this right now?
I should have moved it for you.
Town
that,
streets.
Did that not work? Did it not move y'all automatically?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay, so it did move you automatically.
I'm in.
By chance, are you on a different version of map tools? Is that why it might be fucking up?
What
I don't know
version
how
are
it
you on?
works.
What version are you on? What version do you have?
I'm still on 1.9.2.
Tyrion.
Hello?
Hello?
I heard him.
Yeah,
He's-
I'm still on 1.9.2.
Who's having trouble connecting?
I think Shade is.
Shade?
It looks like it's just me right now.
Shade.
I think it might be something to do with
Can
the
you-
way I connected.
Can you not hear Shade?
I can't hear Shade. Shade, are you muted again?
I can hear Shade.
I can hear Shade.
No?
Oh, okay. I can hear Shade now. Hello.
It's so weird.
Hello,
It's just
Shade.
like only you
I-
couldn't hear him.
I think I actually could. I just haven't distinguished your voices yet.
Ah,
Fair enough. I'll get a little closer to the
So-
mic.
Shade.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Are you connected?
I am?
Okay. Who's not connected? I'm not. It. Dragonbone. Where's my Dragonbone?
Oh, Taylor, that's Shade.
Well, it says on
That'd
my
be me.
it says on my map tools that you are not connected. What?
Odd.
What?
Because, like,
Oh, okay. You named yourself Shade. I see. So
Yeah.
you logged in as a different name. Okay, that's what.
yeah,
my confusion
it
is
gave me
coming
a...
from.
Yeah, it gave me a bit of an
Okay.
error message when I first did everything.
That's because your other name didn't disconnect. So when you tried to reconnect as the previous name, it wouldn't let you. So when that
Oh.
happens, tell me, and I will kick you out, and then you can log back in originally.
Alrighty. Sorry
So-
about that.
Is anyone not connected?
Tosk is here.
I'm here.
I'm
I
in.
think-
I'm good.
I think it's just PVT.
Oh, they aren't. They had to leave. The internet was messing up. So
Well,
they are
I'm
not
yeah,
here
that's
anymore.
yeah. I was just pointing out that seems to be the only person that's not here.
Okay. Well, I know they aren't here. So. Okay, so everyone's in. Everyone sees the map. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So everyone should be on 1.9.2
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
map tool version. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not the issue. And I don't think there is an issue because everyone's connected. So that's good.
Yeah, I just can't see the current map.
You can't see the current map. That is an issue.
No, I'm still in the church.
Can you select the map in the top right?
That was the first thing I tried. I don't see
Ah.
that on the select map.
So you don't see town streets.
No. I see the ashen roof, grasslands, and the church.
That's an issue. Let me. Okay, map. Player visible. Map. Player visible. Let me try to put you here again. Are you loading a map? Shade?
Not at the moment. Let me see if I can select it now.
Okay.
Nope, still
What
can't
I
select
did
it. What have I
should-
done to map tools?
What have you done to map tools? What I did should have just forced. So usually I unhide the map and then I force you to that map. For some reason, you aren't seeing the map at all. It's like it doesn't exist for you. So
So
That's weird.
you couldn't see the church, but then you could. What did you do that let you see the church before we left that map?
I reloaded a couple times, and then I had to sit and wait for a small eternity for all the props and stuff to load.
Well,
did it work after I redid the server? Did it work for you then?
It was trying to work before that. It's just like for some reason I couldn't receive any of like the information for the map. I was stuck
Yeah,
on like
that-
7 to 14.
That'll happen a lot of times, and sometimes I have to restart the server and it'll fix it. When I did that, was it an immediate fix, or did you have to wait a long time again?
I had to wait a little bit, but it
But-
actually moved after
but
that.
it fixed it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a server issue that we're having.
I don't know what I've done to poor map tools. I've destroyed it.
Nothing. My internet is probably fucked up on being fucky, and that's usually the issue. Is that my internet's fucky, which is unfortunate. I could send you the campaign file, and that may fix it, because then you'd have all the assets loaded. But that doesn't fix you not seeing the map entirely, which is an issue.
I don't know anything about map tools.
No one does.
Good thing I'm not having this issue.
Okay, disconnect and reconnect. See if that fixes it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a snack.
Did you reconnect before you left to get a snack? Please say you reconnected before you left to get a snack. Okay, he did.
That was someone else, I think.
Oh.
I think that was Plink.
Wow. Two of your voices are very similar to me. Plank and Shade, your voice.
Shade and Plank.
Okay,
Your
now
voices are
I
very
can
similar. You can see it now.
now I can see the
Okay.
town streets. Let me float into it real quick.
Okay.
Yay.
So it is that it's a connection issue. I wish I wasn't using Wi-Fi. That probably would fix everything. Man, you don't see Matt Muscle having these issues.
I know, right?
Yeah, guys, let's all just move to LA.
And then we go to the other end of the spectrum with poor Arcadum.
Let's just move to LA and not play online and actually play in person, and then that fixes all kinds of issues. All right. So you're loading in now, right?
Yeah, I'm on 8 of 12 right now. I can just bring up the stream for the moment just to get a look at what we're looking at real quick.
All right. Yeah, try to watch stream.
Oh, hey, I loaded in.
Oh, you loaded? Okay, good. All right, so getting back to the game and not tech issues. Alright. You arrive to the sound of battle. And you currently see 3 of the creatures previously mentioned, 2 of which have been or in the process of being disposed of, hopefully, engaged by the guardsmen. 1 is not, and is currently wreaking havoc throughout the streets, and is spitting fire on a neighboring building. Now we enter initiative. Oh, I was wondering why I wasn't saying it.
Are we rolling it, or are you doing that?
I always
Okay.
roll initiative.
Just making sure.
Just makes it faster.
Yeah.
And it sorts itself when I do it. So that's good.
Pog.
Hi.
Okay, so... Alright. Initiative has been rolled.
Chainmail slowed me down.
Alright, so I don't know quite what's going on, but I still can't move my token, and I can't drag my local file onto the board.
That means you don't have ownership of yourself.
I don't own me! Who owns me? Who are you people?
I see what happened.
Oh, that's
yeah,
my
the-
initiative.
The name
Rough.
change.
Your name was slightly different.
I see.
That's a rough initiative.
Alright, so now we get to go over combat. So, currently, whenever initiative is rolled, where you are on the map is where you all start in that combat. So, first off on initiative is Etta. You have received initiative. There is one beast that is not currently being engaged. 2 of them are being engaged by guards and seem to be preoccupied at the moment. What would you like to do?
How y'all seeing your initiatives?
Initiative window. Go to window,
Yeah.
click initiative. You can see it.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier.
Yes.
I already had the initiative window open, but I toggled auto hide, so I can just click the thing on the left side of my screen to quickly open and close it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it really easy to take a quick peek without it taking up so much screen space.
I was being like, Etta, what would you like to do? And I forgot. Jet isn't here. I'm playing Etta right now. Oh my god.
That's you.
I was like, okay, what would you like to do? And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. He's not here. Okay. Well. In that case, he's going to shoot crossbow. Alright, and he points the crossbow up, takes a shot. I hope that wasn't a disadvantage. It wasn't. Good. And he hits the bolt going 6, 11. Regular hit does 6 piercing damage, okay, as opposed to what? Oh, crit damage. I see, that's how he did it. Okay. I probably would do it a little bit differently. I'd probably switch that up. Okay, whatever. That's cool. I can understand it. Alright. The bolt pierces the hide of the creature. And you can see as some of the flesh pops off and hits the ground with a sizzle. Alright. Damage has been dealt. The first of the campaign. Well, not technically, but...
Don't worry, I took
No,
lots
no.
of damage.
I was gonna say, yeah, not technically though.
Okay.
How do we? How is there something that I have to do to see health bars stay above names without me hovering over?
I believe you can do that in preferences. Yes, I believe it is in your preferences when you go to file.
File.
Let's see. No, is it
I don't-
edit? It's edit. It's edit preferences.
Edit.
And it's
Preferences.
in there somewhere.
Okay. I'm last in the initiative, so I'll look around.
Talion.
Alright, so Torian noticing the kind of distance between us and the creature. After the light crossbow hit, does the creature make notice of us?
Yes, it does. It is looking directly in your direction.
Alright, so Torian's gonna move forward and take a defensive stance. I'm gonna use the dodge action.
Alright. Will that be will that end your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
You will.
Okay, it looks like we're going to be using Tyrion to protect the group, so I'll get behind him. And then as I get behind him, I'll pull out my bow and I'll pull my drawstring back, and instead of pulling an arrow, it's going to be this just bolt of energy, and I will fire an Eldritch Blast at the creature. And that is a critical.
Alright. You pull back your bowstring. An arrow made of eldritch energy will be released and will strike the creature. Dealing 12 points of damage. Alright. The creature recoils in pain.
Oh, wow.
It can feel pain. It can die.
I mean,
That
it looks like
hurts.
it's just. It looks like it's just in pain all the time, but you know.
Anything else?
I still don't know. No, I'm like, I still don't know what these things are.
Seeing them now, you have no idea what it could be. Alright. Thanks, sir.
Right, so she's gonna very angrily, with her chainmail, she's gonna move 20 feet
She angrily approaches.
here. She's gonna adjust this fucking chainmail and be like, start swearing a bit in Celestial. At least as sweary as Celestial gets. And then she's gonna I use the dash action. Move to there, and just sort of keep an eye on Tarion, and then keep an eye on this thing as well, and that will pretty much be my turn.
Alright. Alright, as you all approach and attack it, the creature will look at you all and will lunge forward, rushing at you. It will lean back, open its mouth wide, and the same boiling liquid that seems to make up its body will gather in its mouth, and it will spit at the person near it. Alright, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. Tell you. Let's see here. Alright. As the globule is launched in your direction, you try to get out of the way as quick as you can, but unfortunately, as it hits the ground, some of it splashes on you and deals 5 points of fire damage to you as it sizzles away at your flesh. Alright,
So fire damage.
yes. Alright, Keen.
So, whereas you've always seen her closed off, arms to chest, constantly looking around scared, she now looks like a predator. She's low, and she's ready to strike, and you will hear her say, "Vile creatures, unnatural spawns." She will run over here, and I will attack the closest chimera. And this is going to be with sharpshooter, so -5 to hit.
Alright,
That's
a
21 damage.
My god. Alright, a 20 will hit. Oh yeah, you're variant human.
Yes.
Fucking variant human, man.
Yeah, very
God,
fighter.
Yeah,
I love that level 1 feat.
I specifically asked too during the week. I said, just to make sure, do you allow the starting feat on variant humans? Because I know
Well,
some DMs don't. So I asked to be
if
fair.
If you don't, then they're no longer variant human. They're just
True.
humans. So, yes, but still, fucking variant human, man. Okay, you pull back on your arrow. You'll aim a little off steady as you pull it back with such strength and put. But as you let go, you hear a vital organ. It appears to be so within the creature, and it
She is-
recoils from the amount of damage. Did you make this your fabled foe?
No, I'm not going to use that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, where she is a hunter in her element, and this is prey for her to strike.
Alright, anything else?
Nope.
Alright. I won't forget who it is this time. Alright. Etta will... I actually need to look at what this does, because I've never used it. 60 feet... Okay. Yeah. Alright. We'll cast Mind Slower. And now this must make a intelligence saving throw.
That moment when.
But despite it having a -4 to intelligence, it still makes the save. That's amazing. Okay. And nothing happens as the creature appears to shake its head after Etta mumbles the enchantment, seemingly to no effect. Alright. Tyrion.
Alrighty, having been burned a little bit. What?
I'm still trying to say your name right.
Yeah, Tyrion.
Tyrion? Okay.
Yeah. After being burned a little bit on his shield arm, Tyrion's just gonna reach down with his maw and kind of use his teeth to tighten the strap on the shield to kind of break away from the pain a little bit. Is gonna move forward into melee combat with this thing to see if it bleeds.
Oh, at least it cinches.
Alright. You swing out, and you do successfully hit. Okay. Alright, as you slash out at it and rip at its flesh, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw. Alright. After you slash at it, the creature, some of the blood will come spraying out of it. You lift up your shield just in time, and the blood splatters along your shield and sizzles. Okay, anything else?
Just kind of a free action. I'll just kind of like look back to the rest of the party and just kind of go, as a mental note, these things bleed fire.
That doesn't look good for you.
Good to know.
Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. We will.
I am going to make a mad dash over here.
Okay.
And then as I'm running, I'm going to pull my string back and fire again at the creature.
Oh, I get it. He's using Eldritch Blast with his bow.
Alright.
Yes.
I get it now.
I get it.
Alright, you send forth another Eldritch Arrow. That would sound so much cooler, I think.
That sounds so
Eldritch
fucking cool,
Arrow.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it hits the creature, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as the one before.
Yeah, not the best spot, but you know, these creatures are really tough. I'll definitely mention that to Eliza. I'm like, these creatures are really tough.
Anything else?
Unnatural creatures usually are.
No, I'm done.
Abomination. Alright.
Abomination.
By the way, does my right arm tingle near the creature, or is that not really a thing? Okay, cool.
It appears to not, no. Alright.
Ooh, tingly.
Alright. Lysa.
Right. So I will just about manage to lumber my way in, and then with shield up and rapier, I will make an attack.
Yeah, I've been looking and I cannot find anything that would let me have health bars constantly showing. Oh well.
Maybe I have to do that on campaign side. that may have to be something I have to do. I thought you
Well, this
could
will be
do
a-
preferences,
This
but
this will
I
be
did-
an advantage because Tarian's next to it as well, won't it?
from what? We don't use flanking rules.
Oh, right, that's fine. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did see something online about editing campaign properties, which is something I think only you can do.
But plus, if we did use flanking rules, I think you would have to be here. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't. We don't use flanking rules.
Just a 10.
All right. You lunge out, but your armor encumbrances you too much, and you just stab to the left of its ear, if it had one.
Use my free action to swear a lot in Celestial, and then that'll be my turn.
All right. The creature being opposed on two sides will lash out at Tyrion, trying to bite and swipe its claws at you. And that is an 11 to hit and an 8 to hit. Both miss. It tries to lunge out at you, but all it does is scrape against your shield and armor.
Whew. That's a lot going on for that creature.
You'll have to try a lot harder than that. My father hits a lot harder.
Kin.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright. Now my curiosity is, if I hit it, will you guys potentially take damage?
That's a good question.
Ugh.
That didn't happen when I shot at Tyrion with my arrow.
Oh, that's right. Cool. I'm gonna quickly run over here, low to the ground, just sprinting over it, and I'm gonna do another sharpshooter attack on the creature. 13.
Alright, you skitter across the floor, slide to the other side of the street, pull back your arrow and fire. But as you slid, you bumped along the edge of the sidewalk, and the arrow goes far left.
This ain't the forest.
Alright.
Yeah, that's it. I ain't got bonus actions. What the fuck's a bonus action?
What the fuck is a bonus action? Alright, Minesweeper! It can't get two 20s in a row, right? It can't. But it takes 1 point of damage. Ow, my head.
The creature is weak now. We can win.
Okay. Tyrion. The creature seems mildly upset about its head region for some unknown reason.
Quickly, send it to horny jail.
The horny jail.
It does have horns.
It's vulnerable.
Tyrion, seeing as cutting it is a bad idea, is gonna decide to change up his tactics a little bit and take a deep breath.
Okay, good. It's a line. Good. Alright. Deck save. Wow. I got that one good save and that was it. Alright.
Well, you also take the D4 penalty this particular go around too. So.
Oh, that's right. Minesweeper does does other stuff too. There's a saving throw for them next time.
I mean, I rolled pretty crap for damage on the acid anyway, so.
Yeah, wow. I need to keep that in mind because I don't really see Minesweeper that often. Oh, you know what? What the hell? 1d4. Let's just see how bad it is. It's a 6. Alright. You breathe in and you spew acid from your maw all over the creature. I need to check something. Okay, cool. And the flesh begins to sizzle away from your acid. Anything else?
Nope, that's my action. I don't have anything for a bonus quite yet.
All right, Dove bound.
The dude. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to make corners as you drag your token, click space, and that'll make you do take corners.
Oh, is it space? Mine's right click.
Oh, is it right click? What? That's weird. Maybe it's both.
Yeah.
It could be both.
I'm gonna move over there.
Oh.
How do the guards look for the current fighting they're doing?
They're looking kind of rough.
Okay, well, there's four people targeting this guy, so I can probably start helping these guys a little bit.
Make a perception check.
Seven.
Okay, yeah, they're looking kind of rough.
Okay.
You're
I'll start.
You're unable to tell who is winning at this point in time.
I'll start with failed Chimera number 2 and start assisting that particular group of guardsmen.
Great archers think alike. I was about to do the same thing.
I hit it for a token amount.
All right, you shoot your eldritch arrow, at the creature being attacked by the two guardsmen, and deal minimal damage as you just kind of sculpt off its back.
I'm trying not to hit the guardsmen, so that was kind of me just being extra safe.
Yeah. The two guards look a little shocked at the unknown ball of energy that just shot past them.
I'm on your side.
Alright, anything else?
No. Actually, do any of the guards look like they're about to drop?
With your earlier perception check, it was difficult to tell.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yep, that's my turn.
Alright. Lisa Simpson.
Right. Oh boy. I will. Ooh, what can I do? Not much. You know what? I know it's risky, but I'll take another swing with my rapier.
Alright, you lunge out, but again, you just clip the edge of its flesh and you don't really get any penetration power.
More a free action, more celestial swearing. And that's my turn.
Damn, I wish I had a free action.
You do! Alright. The creature will lunge out again at Tyrion, trying to claw and okay. Okay. Any of those hit? I don't think so. Nope. It's okay.
18 AC, baby.
It's okay. I can't hit either.
Baby.
Yeah, baby. Plus 6 to hit, baby. Alright, it lunges out at you, but you keep holding it at bay on your shield as it snaps at your face.
Tyrion over here putting in work.
Alright, Kin.
Hoping that my teammates can finish off this one, I want to start moving towards the second one, and start working on that one. Unless you guys want me to try and finish this one off.
I'd say do what your character would do.
I'm gonna move up, right about here, and I'm gonna shoot at the failed Chimera one. She does not let a hunt go until it is dead. That's a miss.
Throw this one away?
That's a miss. Maybe I should. I got lucky once with the sharpshooter, and I was high on the damage.
All right, you take another shot, and the arrow whizzes by the creature and comes right next to Tyrion's ear, if he kind of had one, which he really doesn't. All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. You know what I'm doing.
I am not used to the flat grounds of the city.
Okay, well, I still have to hit the macro too. Okay, 4 psychic damage.
Ooh.
The creature
So
shakes
now you-
its head in more pain.
Now you definitely got it.
Tyrion.
Alrighty, so with the way things are looking and seeing it, how crazy this creature can be if we attack it normally, Tyrion's gonna go ahead, since it's focused on him, and just take the dodge action and just continue to be the wall.
For the wall! Alright, cool. And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Ruel.
Oh yeah. I will keep helping the guardsman with that chimera. I'll fire another arrow.
Alright, that one.
That's a 60.
Alright, that one will. That one will make its mark as it hits the creature.
Oh well, okay. And then I'm gonna look behind and see how the group is doing. I'm like, oh, looks like they're doing okay.
Just
And-
watching this failed chimera slam itself against Tyrion's shield over and over.
I'm gonna go over here and then look down the alleyway to see, just making sure nothing's coming up on us.
Perception
That's
check.
about it. Okay. That's another 7. Obviously, I'm doing good. I'm guarding the street.
That's an empty street.
Perfect. Is it on fire?
Not yet.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Such a casual, not yet.
Lysa.
Alright, so I am going to, seeing that Tyrion's one getting slaps and I'm just missing with my sword, I'm going to get a little bit angry and a bit frustrated, and she's going to try and shove it with her shield and try and knock it prone. So I'll make a strength.
Athletics.
Oh,
It is opposing athletics checks.
the moves. Faker, what was that?
Alright. Proceed with your shoving.
Oh, hang on, wrong one.
Oh my god.
Hey, finally.
Alright. As the creature is currently flailing against the shield of Tyrion, you bring up your own shield and you bash it and onto the ground, knocking it. Oh. You knock it prone, but as it is on the ground, its flesh will contort and right itself again.
Ew.
Eliza is going to look real proud of herself, and then her face is just going to drop, and she's going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck! Yes, give them hope and then take it away. Anything else?
No, that's it. She'll just stand there looking real pissed off. That's my turn.
Alright, the creature, not being appreciative of being knocked to the ground in such a display, will lunge out at Lyra. Okay, that's 2 hits.
Ooh.
Okay, so for the first one, the bite attack, I'm gonna go ahead and use intercept.
Oh,
Okay. Alright, and 712 damage as it lunges out, attempting to bite at Lyra's face. You will shove your shield in between you two and catch its mouth in your shield. But it will continue to claw out and scratch Lyra's arm, dealing 8 points of slashing damage.
Damn, that's pretty awesome. He's the tank. He did the thing.
He did the thing.
He tanked damage. What a Chad.
Lysa will will give him a quick nod, despite the fact that she's like, I mean, I got clawed, but it's fine. You helped. Thank you.
Despite the fact she was currently bleeding. You know how to damage yourself, right?
How much am I taking for that one?
8. He blocked the first attack, but the second attack still hits you. Owie.
Ah.
Alrighty. Kin.
You know what? 4th time's the charm, you know? I'm another sharpshooter. Let's finish this fucker. I believe in the level 1 character. Does a 13 by chance hit now?
As you take your shot, it just barely grazes the exposed spine. The 13 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Your no-scope skills are not quite up to task yet.
He moves in unnatural ways. It's the end of my turn.
Alright, Mind Sliver. Ta-da!
That D4 is still in effect too.
Yes, it has not made a saving throw. Well.
Ha, everyone laugh at the dumb chimera. Ha ha.
Chimera enters phase 2.
Tyrion.
You activated its trigger. You made fun of it.
All of the chimeras fused together into super chimera. Okay. Tyrion.
Alright, so quick question.
Yes.
In our battle with it currently, does anything about the way this thing moves or the way it looks remind me of the globule we found in the house?
Perception check. Alright, after examining in the heat of battle the bits of blood and flesh that have splattered off of this creature, they do slough off in sort of a globules, but it is hard to distinguish if they are the same or if they are any different.
Alright, well, Tyrion will kind of look at all the things sloughing off of this chimera and kind of tilt his head to yell at Rule. Rule! Use the special fire!
Okay, what?
The special fire! And then he's gonna look at Lisa and just kind of give her a nod and then go, step back. And he's gonna drop his shield and take his longsword in both hands and hold his action until Lisa gets clear of the 5-foot radius.
Oh, he's doing the thing. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it.
Alright, you're holding your action to do what?
To make an attack against the chimera as soon as Lisa's out of the 5-foot radius.
Okay. Who else?
He wants me to do the fire thing. How do I do the fire thing when it's not just my arm? I'll move right there. That way I'm closer to the creature. And what I'll do is I'll draw my I'll pull out an arrow and actually draw my bow back and fire it. And as it reaches the creature, it instead shifts into this just little bead of fire that hits it, trying to make it make a saving throw.
Alrighty.
And I get psychic, and I get the mind sliver this time.
Jeez, what a copycat.
Oh.
I know.
Alright. You cause a small little bead of fire to approach the creature. As soon as it touches it, poof, in the fire and light, dealing not very much damage.
Yep. No, I may be accurate, but I am not damaging.
Yo, he did the damage. Yo.
I did. Is that what you wanted, Tyrion?
Tyrion waits to see results.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. He's like, where did the arrow go?
Lisa?
So Lisa will look at Tarian and give him a nod, and she's kind of screwed up. Her arm's pretty messed up, so she's going to take the disengage action,
Oh.
and then she's going to move. She's going to move fully 20 away, all
Alright,
the way back over there.
Okay, and that'll trigger my held action against the Chimera.
That it will. Alright. You you lash out and hit the creature. It looks like it is nil death. But now I need you to make me a dex save. Okay. As you slash out at the creature, blood and viscera splatters in your direction, and hits you, dealing. Don't know why I didn't make a macro for this one. 5 foul damage as it bones against your scales.
That's a big offers, Chief.
Alright. Anything else, Lisa? Lisa? Lisa?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright.
Yeah, that's me done.
Alright. The creature being slashed at once again by Tyrion will attempt to attack him. Did
My
you-
AC is 16 now because
Okay.
I dropped my
You dropped your shield.
shield.
Alright. It will lunge out
Oh God!
and will slash at your arms and neck. The first one will actually down you.
Yep. So 2 failed death saves.
That will be 2 failed death saves as it pins you to the ground and slashes at your exposed arms. Alright, Ken.
Cool. How far away am I?
Eh.
I guess I could try and move up and. Well, I guess let me ask you a question because I don't know how you'll do it. Does making a medicine check, if successful, stop them from making death saving throws?
Yes, a successful medicine check stabilizes the creature. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna move in.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try and make a medicine check to stabilize him.
Alright.
The 13.
Alright, you rush up to Tyrion's aid and begin to quickly patch up the wounds that are currently bleeding out, and he stabilizes for now.
Okay.
But he does.
For
He
now.
does. Actually, no. I think it gets rid of death saving throws at that point. But he is still unconscious.
Right. And was that my action?
Yes, that would be an action.
All right, cool. That'll be the end of my turn. Well, as I'm patching him up, I'll be like, "A hunter doesn't give up."
All right. Ada will take aim with his crossbow and will fire and hit. And as he takes aim and fires, the bolt will splinter through the creature's skull, and it will fall dead right next to Tyrion's unconscious body. And at this point, as you all take notice, the guards have also taken out both of their assailants. Although they are heavily wounded and are on death's door as well.
I want to run! You're Tyrion!
Alright, congratulations, you have successfully defeated this encounter. And as the creatures die, their flesh and bones bubble and sizzle into nothing except for sludge on the ground.
Oh.
Oof.
Well, I guess that's the same way that the other ones burned.
Tyrion just laying like a true hero at the feet of his fallen enemy.
Does anybody have any ability to heal?
Nope.
Lysa will come up.
Yes, you do.
Hey, don't tell people that I could do that.
And she's gonna look at her arm, and she's gonna look down at him, and she's gonna lean down. She's gonna put her hand to his chest, and she is going to use healing hands.
While she's doing that,
one
can I make
hit
can I make a perception check to make sure that it's clear?
You can. Alright, Tyrion.
Oh,
Uh,
stop!
Lisa leans down and places a hand on your chest, and radiant energy will cover over you. A warm feeling will fill your body, and you awaken.
That's persuasion. 1 second. Nope, that's persuasion again.
Also persuasion.
Ignore me. There we go.
Seems clear.
Seems clear.
My map tools is taking a bit to catch up. How much should I get healed for?
1. A solid.
Don't spend it all at
1.
once.
Gotta allow that ASMR healing.
She's like,
Sorry,
I'm level
just
1.
let's-
Give me a break.
Tyrion just lets out this good old. It seems I survive another trial, Sarir.
Hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I'll extend my hand to help lift him up.
Hopefully not dragging them down with me.
That's going to be my healing light. So it kind of feels like a warm hand reaching out as I will heal you D6. Oh, that's not how you roll.
Man, that's a weird looking heal.
I heal you 1 as well. We are
Don't-
friends.
Level 1, baby.
Listen, I'm alive, which is a lot more I can be said about a lot of level 1 fighters.
It's true. Yeah,
That
this
is
is the
also
danger
true.
zone. So Liza will give him a gentle pat on the shoulder and say, "Good work. big man, but if you can stand it, we should probably see if any of the other guards are still alive.
And he's just gonna nod and regather up his shield and sword and strap the shield on tight around the burn marks on his arm.
Let's go trundle over this way.
Get away from me!
Okay, yeah, we're back to normal.
Ah, there she goes. So I'll approach these two guards and sort of see how they're doing.
I was muted.
Oh, hello.
Yes, as you continue and approach, you will see the two guards in the process of attempting to clean up the sludge in a manner that they do not harm themselves in any way. And this one will notice you coming. Oh, hello. Thank you for the aid.
Let's see, I should thank this idiot over here, and she'll point over at Roel. But if we can be of assistance to anyone, it looks like you've got things in hand.
He will not. We've been taking care of these things for a few weeks now. We know how to dispose of them. You with the officer?
Mr. Officer Johnson, if I remember
No,
correctly?
it's Joseph. It was Joseph.
It was Johnson.
It was Joseph. It's okay. It's okay for you being wrong one time.
He will slowly nod. Yes. Well, I'm sure he would be happy to be informed of the aid that you have currently presented.
Yeah, we're just doing the job we were hired to do. Mostly.
Oh, I got a question. Did any of the guards have this happen to them? And I'll show them my arm.
He will look at your arm and kind of recoil a bit. Ugh. No, that's never happened to us. He'll look at the pile of sludge. Did that do that?
Does that sludge look like the same sludge I touched?
You'll have to get closer to it and make a perception check.
Okay, I can do that.
Laceable hasn't, but not too close.
I got a 12 this time and not a 7. I'm doing better.
As you get closer to the sludge and lean down and look at it, it does not appear to be of the same kind. It is difficult to tell because the globule that you touched wasn't in the best condition. It wasn't fresh, and it was also in a bone down house.
I cannot tell. But if one of you guys stick your guys' arm in there and it happens, then we'll know.
He'll look at you, look at the sludge, look back at you, and go, "I'm good."
See, these are sensible guards.
Well, they don't have an example. Well, they do have an example. I did not.
It's true, your stupidity has helped, so I can't really argue this.
Is it really being stupid if you didn't know what the outcome was going to be in the first place, regardless of the choices you had?
Yes, that's pretty much the
is-
definition, I think.
I feel like that's hindsight bias.
Heinz, I will remember that term. That is useful.
It's Johnson, Shade. It's Johnson.
Johnson. Oh no, he's talking about me. I was the one that said Joseph. I was wrong.
Okay, it's just like I've heard it been said, Johnson and Joseph by both like us and Shepard at one point, so I was very confused. I was like, because
No,
I
that's
think
okay.
you confused him last session.
I know Ether isn't present, but Lysa would probably, since he seems to be the one who likes to inspect things and has more of a sort of.
Oh yes, yes. He is not on top of it. He is on it. He is currently looking.
Oh, that's good. And I did give him the vial of holy water that I got from the thing as well, because
Oh, you did.
since he was the one who had it on hand, she thinks that was probably the best thing. So if he wants to do anything with that, that's his gig.
I will leave that for when his character comes back, and will notify
Yeah.
him that he now has a flask of holy water. There.
So Lysa will sort of look around, kind of look back to them, look at her arm, which is pretty mangled, and she'll be like, "So, should we go and get drinks?"
I don't think drinking will actually help it heal better. I think just rest will.
No, I still think drinks is a good idea, though.
Oh, I mean, you gave me your bottle.
That's a good point. We can get more bottles.
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's not.
It certainly is not. Kin, come over here.
What? Why?
Don't make me ask twice.
Oh, run! She became scary lady again.
Lisa will reach out and give her a very gingerly pat on the shoulder once. Good job.
Thank you.
All of you, good job. We did well.
I just,
Well, you all did well. I did shit. But
I guess I just get, in the thing. I prefer a hunt. A hunt is where I feel the most me.
Oh, that's fun. I like hunting too.
I'm just not used to being around people. It's beasts I'm more akin to being around.
Lysa will just point at Tarian, like kind of very briefly gesture towards Tarian, like,
Well, less of the humanoid nature,
I think
more of the wilderness beasts.
Tyrion kind of thinks about it for a moment, puts his shield on his back, and kind of like gets down on all fours. More like this.
Now, make both
Yes,
your
kinda like
eyes
that.
look different directions, Tyrion. That way, it really gives the effect.
I don't know if I can do that.
Ken starts to take a hunter's stance again. Do
Now
not play
run!
these games.
Now run away! She'll hunt you.
she's getting that. We're going to die in this rinky-dink town, aren't we?
Easy, little hunter, and Tyrion starts to stand back up.
Sorry.
You know what? Let's go back to the inn. After a few drinks, I should be able to maybe lighten up the mood a little bit for all of us.
Oh yes, you did say you were going to do some performing, and we probably need some drinks before that. That would be wise, I think.
Tyrion kind of looks over at the guards. Will everything be alright here for the cleanup, or do you need assistance?
The guard will nod. Hey, we can clean up here. You all
Very
need
well.
to go see Officer Johnson anyway to pick up the payment for these kills.
Indeed, and time to looks down at his scorched arms and bloodied torso. Recuperate.
And maybe some sort of medical would be nice. Just kind of like looks at her arm, which is pretty cut up.
Pretty cut up.
Warm water and bandages will
Just-
suffice for me.
Just missing half HP. Just pretty cut up though.
I'm fine, you guys.
Yep. Yeah, I think I would like to go back to the bar to rest. I don't feel good either.
I guess we'll have to try and draw Ether away from his new subject.
As you,
T-
Did you find anything?
as,
Tyrion looks over at looking over the new subject, and just goes, I think I would rather have to deal with the little huntress than that.
as you approach Etta, he is currently filling one of the empty vials, one of the empty flasks that used to contain holy water with the sludge, carefully pushing some of the remnants in with a little glass spoon almost, and shoveling it in and holding it up, examining it.
Anything interesting? Can I look at it while he's looking at it?
Okay.
Cool.
Don't remember what voice he did for him, so it's going to sound like this.
Okay.
Hello. This is not like the others. This is completely different. I don't know what kind of voice this is, but it's a voice that he now has.
That's okay.
This is what happens when you can't make session.
Welcome to Christopher Walken as a sorcerer.
Welcome to Christopher Walken. This is my show. Reborn in Flames. This is what's going on here. These two
Okay.
vials are not the same. One is icky,
that's-
the other is also icky, but they're not the same.
Okay. Etta. I guess, yeah, you're right. It doesn't look the same. Is it more purified? I guess we might have to do more tests for that.
I can't tell. I have to do more experimentation and stuff like that. I don't know why I'm doing stuff like this. I'm a cleric, I think. I don't really remember.
Just like walk away and going, Tyrion, I think did he always talk? I mean, if he talked like that all the time, I think I'm mildly concerned because the emphasis really throws me off.
I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't paying attention.
Maybe it's the
Okay.
fumes, Maybe it's just, it's been a rough little day,
Excuse me, guards.
The guard will look to you.
Do you know where these creatures came from?
He
At
will-
least where they emerged from?
he will shake his head. No, we haven't been able to figure that part out yet. We plan to ask the local residents who were around here at the time, local shopkeepers, just what happened before we got here.
Alright, then I want to do something real quick.
Yes.
I want to make an investigation check on this
Yeah,
sewer grate.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest maybe Keen could do that, and Tyrion was gonna step over and offer assistance with the help action.
She'll kneel down and check out the grate.
Well, if you help.
Is this with advantage?
Oh.
Because of help?
Oh, you're over here.
Oh, you're over there.
Well, to help, you got to be with
Wait,
them.
which one are you at?
I'm down here.
Down here. You went to different ones.
Oh, down there.
Yep. So the way I do help actions is that anyone can help, but you have to say it before the roll, and you also have to be next to them.
Alright. So investigation with advantage. I think it rolls advantage automatically, so 26.
Okay.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
With a 26, as you take a close look at the grating and around the adjacent area, you took note that whatever the creature was, there appeared to be a series of singe marks from where it was dragging its body across the ground. But around the sewer grate and even along the inside, there doesn't really appear to be any evidence that one of these creatures came through it.
So there's no evidence that they came through the grate.
Yes, as you take a close look, there is no evidence to suggest that the flaming body had gone through this grate in particular. Also, from your battle, as you watched it, they didn't appear to be able to move through solid objects. They appeared to be able to adjust their body, but only slightly, and not to the extent to be able to pass through small surface areas like this grate. And it also doesn't appear to have been opened recently.
The grate here is unmarred, meaning they couldn't have come from the sewers. That leads me to believe that they are possibly originating from within the city somewhere.
But make me a perception check.
Sure. Can anyone give me
can I-
help on that?
Yeah, can I call out a help action on that, or is that a solo?
Yeah, is this helpable is what I'm asking.
Sure.
Alright, I'll give help action.
Both of you make perception checks, actually.
Ah,
Because you're both
just
looking.
one? Okay.
So both of you make a perception check.
The 6.
Alright, from deep within, you just hear a small gurgling, but nothing out of the ordinary. Could just be sewage. And it smells rancid, but it's also a sewer, so.
I don't think they came from the sewers. There's nothing here that proves that they did. And seeing as these creatures are constantly burning, I would imagine they would leave some burning.
Didn't Johnson say that they occasionally seem to appear out of thin air? What if they're being sent here by magical means?
My assumption was that they merely looked as they were appearing from thin air, but they were traveling through the sewers. But there's no evidence to prove that, so maybe they are.
Alright.
I think some rest and recuperation, we might be able to come back with better heads on our shoulders later.
Speaking of rest and recuperation, now is a perfect time for us to take our break.
Yay!
Neat.
Alright, we'll take a quick break, come back here, and we will be on our way.
Radio?
All right.
Roger.
Alright, is everybody back?
I am here.
Present.
I'm
I've
present.
returned.
Alright. And you all wish to go back to the tavern, is that correct?
Yes, that for me that is.
Uh,
We need to go
I-
see a guy about some bottles and another guy about some gold.
I do have Lysa might have one very brief question to ask one of the guardsmen before they leave.
Alright. Yeah, if there's anything else you would like to do before you leave, feel free to do so.
So I shall head up to guard, and I realize you're very busy and have a trying day, but I do have one question, if I may ask.
Yeah.
These attacks, do they often happen during the day or at night?
He'll think for a minute. Well, I hadn't really thought about it before. I guess most of the times they've happened during the day.
Lisa will nod at that and give him a kind of respectful bow of a head and say, thank you very much. If you require any assistance, don't hesitate to send it through channels, through your offices, if you need us. Oh, and I should probably mention that we do believe that holy water may serve you well in these battles going forward. I realize that is not the most common or easily acquired substance, but if you have other temples or churches in the city, it might be worthwhile seeing if any of them may be willing to help you.
He'll know. Oh, I'll let the higher ups know. And we'll try to get a supply as soon as we can.
She'll give him a little pat on the shoulder and keep up the good work. And then she'll, that'll be about that. She'll be ready to head off with the others.
You all head back to the tavern? I say,
I do.
not muted. Alright,
Not me to go.
let me gather you all up.
As a couple of us are limping back on our last legs.
Yeah, we don't look the best.
I feel fine.
I'm in danger.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is intercept coming in clutch, blocking that 12 damage.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of damage.
And yet none of you died. Look at that. You're so good.
Jinxed.
Alright, you all arrive back at the Ashhurst tavern. Alright, did that force anybody's map?
I am here.
I am here.
Okay, good. So it finally worked for you. Excellent.
I just manually moved myself over because I still have it loaded
Never
up.
mind. Alright, as you enter, the tavern is, as it is now, later on in the day, has livened up a little bit to what you suspect would be full occupancy, but definitely more definitely busier than what you saw previous.
Gotcha. I'm actually just gonna move over to a table and take a flop down and rest for a little bit, so I can at least get a short rest in, as it were. before doing anything else.
Tyrion or
might be wise for if everyone's going to discuss if they want to do that.
yes, on average, everyone takes a short rest together.
I figured this was we are definitely in agreement to doing this short rest before the next thing.
Oh yeah.
Tyrion, are you loaded up?
Yeah, I just was waiting for map tools to catch up because sometimes it lags behind a little bit.
Okay. Alright, you all take a seat. Actually,
I'll pull the bottle out so that we have the bottle available.
you pull out a bottle. The bartender's senses tingle.
Oh, we bought it here. Told you. Or did you buy it here?
Yes, and she'll just like look at the bartender like the face. You recognize Tab, 2 copper, cheapest wine I've ever bought in my life.
He's not actually paying attention.
I know, but no, that's still funny. We gotta still play that off like that.
Just completely on the other end of the room. I smell alcohol that wasn't here before.
I smell outside beverages.
Like trying to sneak snacks into a cinema. It's just dangerous.
Alright, you all sit down, pull out the previously procured bottle of wine, and proceed to rest.
Yeah.
Alright, if you're taking a short rest, you may spin your hit die if you wish. You should have hit die equal to your level, I believe. And
Yes.
should be said.
laughs and no expended resources.
And it should be your class's hit die plus your con. I need to relook at that, but I think it might be plus your con.
I think we're using average.
No, not for hit die.
Oh, is it roll?
Yeah, for hit die you roll your hit die. For leveling, it's average.
Oh, it's average. That's fine.
Yes, for leveling it's average, but for your hit die, when you spend
Rapidly
it for,
spams through player's handbook to find hit dice rolls.
for a short rest, you roll it. And I believe you have a number equal to your level.
Correct. And a long rest recovers half of your level.
Yes. So you basically get half of your hit die recover after a long rest.
At level 1, that's not a problem.
Hey, I rolled a 10 on a d10.
Sick.
I will tell you that that button that you're all pressing, I think actually does anything unless you have programmed it to do so. So you still
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, the
I-
actual
roll
short rest one, yeah.
You actually need to
Yeah.
roll your hit die. And
And according to the handbook, you do add your con modifier to hit die rolls.
You do. So it's your.
Oh, cool.
You also get that back. And Leo, since you are a glass that I don't know if you want to dispose of right now, or as I say, you actually get your spells back.
Oh, the group knows I'm a warlock.
Okay, cool.
I mean, we know now.
I immediately jump back up to full health.
What?
What? How?
14.
It's
for me, I think.
I
I'll have to do
believe
a
is
proper macro for that. sometime.
artificer. He's an artificer, not a cleric. Why did I think he was a cleric? Because he does cleric stuff. That's why.
Yeah, he's actually a cleric. So there is an actual cleric in the group. It's just
No, it's just
You're
two of you act
you're-
like a cleric, kind of.
wait. You're an artificer with Sacred Flame and Eldritch Blast.
No, Edda
No.
is. Edda's an
Oh,
artificer.
okay.
Edda. Yeah, Edda.
Okay.
Yeah, Edda and I are kind of like two weird things that pretend we're clerics.
They'll fake clerics.
I just love the mental image of this, just like Tyrion and Lisa having like had the shit kicked out of them, crack open the bottle of wine, take a sip, look at their wounds, and just, all right, let's do this.
Well, about 30 minutes to an hour, but yes.
As it as we're like getting a little bit better, I'm going to pull out my flute, which is which actually is like two different like reeds hollowed out of different lengths attached to like one centerpiece that's been tied with twine.
Alright, well, as you do that, make me a perception check.
Okay.
Just him?
Yeah, just him.
Oh, that's a 5.
Wow. Okay. You don't notice anything.
That's fine. I will keep up with my rolling of the below 10s. And I will play a song. Specifically, I am playing the song called Drink Deep, Little Hummingbird. It's from my class feature. My background feature. And it's supposed to help encourage alertness in social situations.
Oh, well, in that case, roll your perception again.
Oh, okay.
Because now you have increased alertness in a social situation. Speak of the devil.
Does a 21 help? And I guess I'm now standing up a little bit
21
and
does
playing in the
help.
corner.
And as you begin to play, you hear a boom at the window. Right behind the window that is behind Tyrion. And you will see this little fellow.
Oh! That's funny. It's like, I will motion to Tyrion while I'm playing to like open up the window.
You see a deranged looking pigeon that is rammed up against the window and is currently has its wings out.
Tyrion
Looking
just sitting
inside.
there blinking after being gestured toward it, looks back.
Is that normal behavior for birds around here?
Oh, that's normal behavior for that one. Actually, I can't even do that. I just like shrug as I'm playing.
Lysa will just have like a cup of half of wine in her hand with bandaged arm and just be like, "This fucking town, I swear."
Tyrion very cautiously approaches the window and kind of trying to be as out of the way as possible, opens the window.
Alright, you unlock the latches on the window and lift it up slightly, and the pigeon just kind of hops down on the windowsill, kind of strutting along, and gives you a little salute with its wing, and kind of just hops inside.
I don't know if the bartender appreciates what we just did.
That bird ain't right.
And it can just struts its way up to Rio.
This is normal. Oh well.
Looks
Hey,
up
now
at
I
you with one kind of eye that's just kind of drifting.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys have crumbs? It really likes crumbs.
Absolute
No.
silence from the table.
We're all just staring what the hell is going on now?
Oh, this pigeon follows, or I don't know if it's this pigeon, but pigeons follow me around whenever I'm.
It's this pigeon.
Well, no, I'm gonna pretend like I don't know what the pigeon is and say it's all pigeons.
This pigeon
Okay.
specifically.
Yeah, it's like, yes.
You're not actually supposed to feed bread to birds. It's not good for them.
The pigeon turns around quickly and gives you the stink eye.
I stare back at him. No bread.
It motions
That
to
Kill
it.
Bill,
It takes its wing, it motions to its side, and it motions back to you slowly.
that Kill Bill siren's going off in your head right now.
Tyrion's just looking around at the rest of the table and just slowly puts his head on the table. It's just did I die back there? Is this what happens in the afterlife?
You may wish you had. We'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna start weaving in the group. and just keep playing my music. Because I did tell him that I would play it.
Alright, well, as you do that, the pigeon will follow you and land on your shoulder.
That's fair. That's
And-
kind of cute.
You should be able to click and drag for both of you. Just make the little box. Hold down left shift, left click and drag to make a little box. That way you can move both of you at the same time. Oh, don't. You know, just leave them suspended in the air as you move around.
I was trying to do it and it wasn't doing it.
Hold on, let me... you should... Oh, nope, I gave Shade on the ship, but not you. That
Yay,
one-
Shade! You can move this around all you want.
I control your bird.
Pigeon
Yes,
power.
you should have on the ship now.
Oh, I do. Yes. Yeah, I will. Yep, I'll just do this.
Alright, Rio dances around playing music with a dove on his... Well, pigeon. On his shoulder. What else are you doing?
Tyrion's still trying to figure out if he's alive or dead.
Medicine check.
Pigeons
Oh,
are
God.
just rats of the sky.
But they are pretty tasty.
Yes. Yes, they are.
You know, you feel okay, but don't think you're dead.
I like that line. You don't think you're dead.
This must be another trial of Sarir to try and figure out if I'm dead or not.
Look, if you just drink a bit more wine, you'll probably feel a bit better. Or whatever else you want to drink.
Tyrion's just sitting there just watching this insanity go on with the bird and the bird and the man just dancing around.
Excuse me? The tall dragon?
Hmm?
Talking to the barkeep.
Oh. Tyrion looks away.
Are you muted?
I was muted. Yeah, so, can I have you a drink, food?
Water, please.
Nods. We'll reach under, grab a glass, grab a pitcher, slide it to you. There you are.
Thank you. Head back.
Tyrion just kind of like tilts his head and looks at like the water glass and how full it is and just looks astounded.
I haven't had a drink in a while.
Lisa will like motion to the water and be like, "That shit will kill you," you know.
Anything can kill us.
Cheers to that.
I drink the water.
Alright, maybe a con save. No.
True medieval roleplay.
You ever heard of dysentery?
I shit.
Everything. Lisa will be like, "Nah, well, that went well, but at some point I suppose we should speak to our officer. I don't know if we should wait until Rule is doing whatever Rule does."
Some part of me feels that no matter what we do, Rule's going to find some way to be there before we can blink.
I'm kind of hungry. That bird's looking kind of good right now.
I mean, give it a day or two and, you know, see if Rule still appreciates its company. Could be useful if we go out in the wilds.
She stares at the bird.
You just see like the lazy eye just like scan directly across from you in the back.
That bird ain't right.
That bird ain't right. All right, as
Well,
oh no, continue. Go.
Tyrion was just gonna suggest, well, maybe we should grab some food and then head over and speak to Officer Johnson about what transpired.
I don't have money.
None of us have money. That's why we're here.
Tyrion
Visible.
kind of like looks left and right, just
Maybe we can collect some payment from the captain.
Well, we did do something, and we've learned a little bit of something. Maybe he'll be willing to part with some gold. Lisa will just like down the rest of her wine and stand up and kind of try and straighten herself up. And she'll kind of like fiddle with kind of swear a bit in Celestial. She tried to fiddle with her. It's like, if I could really do with seeing if there's an armory around here. Maybe the garrison has an armory I could look into, maybe for some trade or something. Because this shit is gonna get me killed, and it chafes in all the wrong places.
Okay.
Was that oversharing? I felt like I overshared.
I'm just not used to people talking.
Is that better?
A lot better.
The silence is golden.
Well, as real dances around. Hold on, I would have stepped you way before you got there.
Oh yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, as you begin dancing around, introductions are in order.
What?
The pigeon will move your hood to the side and put his beak up to you. All right, so had to keep it low because of the other ones, but you know, I don't really trust the one with the mask. Kind of weird, kind of creepy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've been watching you as you've been going around. I think what you're doing is going good. I think you're doing good. Word of advice, maybe don't touch every little thing that looks a little weird. But who am I to tell you? I drift to the side. Do whatever you want. But don't trust the one in the mask. I think she wants to eat me. She also wants to keep bread away from me. I don't like that. I like my bread. Keep giving me bread. Bread is good.
Sorry, internal monologue is me just laughing. Uh, um. Yeah. Hey, have you ever touched something that turns your skin all crackly before?
No. But there was that one time when I touched like that bird seed from like some crazy lady, and I started molting out of nowhere. That was a little weird, but nah, nothing like that.
Okay. Yeah, we can get you bread. That's not a problem. By the way, how does the bartender feel about this bird that's in his premise?
He gives it a little look occasionally, but it seems trained enough to him that it doesn't really seem to be an issue.
Okay, that's good. I'll be like, yeah, we can figure out what's going on. I don't know. Have you ever heard of a crazy lady that lives outside? Actually, never mind. You're from some random place that is almost impossible to find. You don't know things.
I know a few crazy ladies that usually feed bird seed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Was one of them constantly saying "feed the birds"?
Sometimes, not often.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So, did you see anything cool when you were flying it?
Nah, it's pretty boring around here actually. But keeping my eyes out and remember what I used to tell you. Don't trust the birds; they aren't real.
Okay, and not to trust the girl, the lady, or creature with the mask. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's weird, but remember, and he'll take his wings and he'll like squish your face and just stare at you with one eye drifting off to the side. Don't trust the birds. They're not real.
I just like stare at him. And I go, okay. By the way, why do you want to keep following me?
Boss man's orders. Not that I want to, I just have to.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I'll just like give the bird a thumbs up and say, well, you're doing good. Keep laying low. You are acting completely as a bird should by by going into my hood and using your wings to touch me in that fashion. Yes.
He'll give you a feather up and it's like, I know, because birds aren't real. So I know how to act like a bird, because they ain't weird.
Okay, that's good to know.
He puts a feather to his temple.
Yeah. No, I look at him, I give him the look of yes, I know.
I'm greatly concerned about what I came back to.
And then I'm just gonna walk over here. I'm like, hey guys, so let's just let you know the bird isn't real.
So which is a monster?
Okay.
It just sits on his shoulder, kind of dead-eyed.
I don't know what I was expecting, but no, this is about right. So, shall we speak to the captain now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that.
Stare at the bird as I walk past.
So
As you turn your
Yeah.
back, he stares at you.
Come on, Tarian, you can wallow in self-pity in the office.
I feel a great evil.
Well, enjoy Pidge, the conspiracy
Yeah, no.
pigeon.
no, I was like, oh god.
It's like, what kind of patron do you have? What the what is going on?
There is so much concern.
And we know nothing. We're just like, that's a weird pigeon. That's strange.
That
Don't
pigeon will be
worry.
dead by the end of the campaign.
I equally think this is a weird pigeon.
Alright, you all go to the meeting room. And as you enter, you will see Officer Johnson. See, Officer Johnson. Shouldn't right there. I tapped it up. Sitting at the far end, he currently has a meal in front of him as he is eating. And as you enter, he will wave. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Is this a good time, or...?
Oh, yes, please, come in. I'm just having a meal. Oh, the alarm bell is earlier. Is everything fine? There was another attack, so I've been told.
Yeah, there was
Yes.
another attack.
But it was handled by your guards and by ourselves.
Good. Do you have any more information?
Well, it seems that I'll just look it seems like this is considered some sort of fiendish corruption.
You'll take a look at your arm and kind of recoil a little bit at that. Fiendish. That's not ideal. Far
Yeah,
worse
no,
than I
it really
expected.
isn't.
Well, you're able to
I've-
learn anything else.
I think Kin was looking at tracks or something, and she may actually know more about where they might be coming from.
Right. I step up nervously. based off of what we heard and the testimonies of people, I assumed that the creatures were coming from the sewers. But after I took a look around, it does not appear that they are using the sewers to get into the city. But now that I think about it, based off the fiendish corruption of his arm and the hellish appearance of these creatures, that they are being summoned within the city somewhere.
Uh,
That would make sense with the claims that they appear from thin air.
Tyrion, can you hear? Is everything good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You said, "Oh God, I've gone deaf," and I didn't know if that was fixed.
Yeah, I had to go get a backup pair of headphones because my normal headset's little connector died.
Unfortunate. Proceed.
With all that in mind, it is with just an assumption that there may be a group of people within the city that are summoning these creatures.
You will continue to eat his meal, which is basically just looks like roasted chicken with some potatoes and whatnot, and he continues to eat.
Ooh, that makes me hungry.
Is that pigeon you got there?
Oh no, it's I think it's chicken. Could be squab, but if there are multiple individuals, that is distressing.
There is another, perhaps another possibility. I did ask one of your guards earlier, but I thought I might pose the question to you yourself. Have you noticed perhaps that the attacks happen during the daytime rather than during the night?
Well, we have had a few attacks at night, but the majority have been during the day.
And was there any discernible difference that anyone has reported to their appearance when they attacked at the night rather than during the day?
You mean an appearance of creatures, yes?
Yes, because they're sort of melty. I don't know how else to describe it.
Yes.
Is it the same during the night attacks, or?
From eyewitness reports and from my men, they appear to be similar creatures.
Just making sure. Oh, and I took the liberty to inform some of your men that due to this possibly being related to fiendish corruption, that any means to fight them, particularly uses such as holy water, might be of some use. I don't know, it may be of use to you to perhaps inform the men from your position down as well.
He'll eat a piece of his chicken and nod. Yes, that would be a good idea. If these creatures truly are of a fiendish nature, then any sort of holy magics could benefit us greatly.
Oh, and I should also recommend that if Father bear with me. Johansson, I believe?
Yeah, Johansson.
He will prove to be very helpful in aiding us. I should point him out that he is a good man to have in this city.
He would nod. Yes, I'm familiar with him. He's a good man. Fights well too sometimes.
You don't say.
Yes. He doesn't carry around that big cross for nothing.
That just wasn't, his burden of life as a representation.
Oh no.
Oh, he just hits things with them.
It's watching him use it is quite the show.
I
We should bear
believe
that in
this.
mind. But otherwise, whilst we have gained some knowledge about the creatures and we are learning how to combat them and we have some experience under our belt now, we still do need to try and ascertain precisely how they are getting into the city and, more importantly, why. Somebody was clearly doing something they should not have been at the old manor house that you pointed us to. We found some evidence there of somebody perhaps doing some sort of research. We can't be entirely certain. There was not much left. But until we know if it was accidental or if perhaps released on purpose by someone, either whoever was involved in the experiments or someone else, these are things we are going to have to try and discover for ourselves ongoing.
I was actually going to offer a suggestion in terms of gathering more information. I'm still feeling relatively fresh after that encounter, and I'm used to going long nights in the forest without rest. Should it prove useful, I would offer that I would stalk the town at night and see if I can't pick up on any suspicious activity.
That might do something. The other question that could do something. That question I have is, Johnson, Officer Johnson, do you know anything about like a crazy lady that lives a couple miles outside of town?
You will nod. Yes, I'm aware. No, I don't know her personally, but some of the town folk believe that she possesses some sort of mystical powers, that she can heal ailments, even see futures, and locate lost ones and speak to them.
And no one's like, and she hasn't like come to town about her house being attacked or anything like that?
No, she doesn't come to town. At least I've never noticed her being here.
Okay.
She might be worth a visit if we go in that direction.
Yeah, that's what the priest said. Priest said that she might be able to help, but he's also directing that at my arm, and he also told me that it sounds like it's a risky business to ask her for help. Don't know if that was his bias or not, but he did say that she has been helpful before.
The officer will nod. Yes. A few of the townsfolk have said that she has helped them, but they do seem odd afterward. Not really sure what it is, but
Were any of those townsfolk specifically killed or lost during these attacks?
he'll think for a moment. None that I can put definite proof on.
Okay.
But if you are planning to see her, her name is Madame Torchwood. The journey is arduous and dangerous. There are many wild creatures that dwell outside of town.
Officer Johnson, if I may. These individuals that went to see her that came back odd, are they still present after the attacks?
I believe... well... I'm not quite sure. I don't know any of them personally. It's more of rumors that I've heard.
The individual that lived in the house where the initial attack took place, did he go to her?
From what we could tell, he never left town much. he had seen her, we don't know about it.
What if there are rumors around town about people coming back changed after making dealings with this Madame Touchwood? It may well be worthwhile to perhaps see if we can at least maybe meet one of these people in person if we can find one. See if we can discern anything. If we're going to go and speak to this woman at some point, it might be wise to know the potential dangers, or perhaps it is simply rumor and superstition.
Yeah, that might be worth a check.
I'd rather not go and see strange women living alone in the woods without some sort of understanding of what we're walking into.
Are you sure? I mean, we did that last time by just going into that building.
I don't know. When an old lady lives out by herself in the middle of the woods, where capable people are likely to die, that does raise some questions.
I prefer to live in the woods alone.
You
But
see
you're
it,
not an old lady, so that's what makes it different.
that you know.
And
That's
we've
true.
also seen what you're capable of, young huntress.
When you are born and raised in the woods, you learn to survive.
Just
Anyways.
say we're just getting over the fact that was weird. We're all kind of. I'm not the only one who was a bit weirded out by that, right?
By what?
By the whole change in decorum.
Oh, you mean how
Just-
she acts differently?
It got weird, you know.
Please stop looking at me.
What if I don't want to?
I mean, I can't do anything about that. Anyways, I'm still willing to offer up my help with stalking the streets at night and see if I can't find anything of suspicious activity. I would consider myself adequate at staying hidden. And I am used to staying up long nights. I feel like it would be of good use to have an eye on the town while everyone is assumed asleep.
So long as you, I have no problem with it. So long as you feel you are capable and are comfortable doing so, and so long as you understand that if you do run into any trouble, that might be better if you came and got the rest of us or some help before you started hunting. Is that understood?
A hunter does not take unnecessary risks. We do
Don't
what we
look at me.
must.
I will take that as a yes.
Should there be trouble, I will leave.
Officer Johnson will pull out another piece of paper and will, small piece of paper, roughly the size of like a note, and he'll move it over towards, well,
Okay.
managed to find the name of the individual who owned that house that was first attacked.
Oh, yes, I did remember asking for that.
I'll wrote it down for you. His name was Uther Axiom.
Uther Axiom?
Yeah.
What's the time of day, by the way?
Currently it's getting towards late afternoon.
Alright. Well, if it's okay with you guys, I will begin my I will begin my search. I will be back before morning. Is that all right with you?
I don't have any objections to it, as long as you look after yourself.
Alright. I will have to say, if you do plan on doing this and you do not get a long rest, you will take 1 level of exhaustion.
Yes, I am aware.
Okay.
Before she leaves the room, Lisa would be close enough to hear this, but before Ken leaves, she will say, uh, it has been a while since I have been on the prowl. Let the hunt begin.
I'm going to pretend I did not hear that. She will literally just be like, okay, disconcerting, but I'm not going to mention it. It's fine. We all have our things. That guy threw up acid earlier. This guy has a pigeon. You know, it's fine.
Oh God, no!
The gifts of Tiaba are not to.
I sharpshooter the pigeon through the window.
You miss.
Fuck!
You don't
Pidge.
understand the things I've seen. The things I've seen.
Pidge knows. People thought he was crazy. People thought his conspiracy theories were too out there. But no. He knows.
I literally just imagine a tongue coming out of the pigeon and it licks the eyeball. You're like, that's not possible. I did not see that.
Pigeons don't do that, Pidge. Birds aren't real, man.
That's where I go into battle and he just puts on a little tinfoil hat and gets immunity to psychic damage.
Alright, so you leave the tavern and you head out into a town to do reconnaissance of some kind?
Yeah, I want to stay hidden, and if possible, I want to use the roofs to get a vantage point, and I want to look around for any suspicious people or activities or traces of these monsters.
Alright, what part of town would you like to go to? Just
Uh,
anywhere specific in mind?
I will start with the area of attack that we just dealt with.
Alright.
Let me roll a stealth check.
Yeah, we'll just theater of the mind this for now.
Alright,
Yeah, so go ahead.
not great.
Oh, okay, cool.
17.
17. You leave the tavern, ducking into the alleyways and shadowy corners of the town, making your way towards the street where the previous attack was. Once you arrive back, it has been a few minutes, roughly 30 minutes or so, arriving to this strip of town. The guards have currently since left. Damages that were done have been fixed for the most part. There are some areas that are still singed and burned that have yet to be replaced or repaired. The sludge of the creatures has since been cleaned up and removed. And what are you looking for? Just movement of any kind, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye out for anyone who seems like they're looking around, just general suspicious activity.
Okay, make me a okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Make me a perception check.
Yay.
Do you have dark vision? You're a human. I don't think you do. Pretty sure you don't.
No.
Okay, so
Not yet, I don't.
it's still late afternoon, so there's still enough light to be able to see. So you're fine for now. But once it gets dark, then it's going to be harder. Currently, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You don't really see anyone who seems to be hiding in the shadows, being shifty or anything like that.
Okay.
Everything seems to be a typical day in the town,
Then-
winding down after the attack.
Then I will go to another part of the town, and since I haven't really been to any other particular places, I will just go to. I'll just go some ways away from that location to another location and do the same thing. Kind of stalk and keep a lookout.
Okay, you leave that particular street and you head down a few blocks to a different portion, and roll me another stealth check.
So that's
Okay.
better.
Alright, as the sun begins to go down, the shadow is elongated and you're able to better hide yourself along the shadowy alleyways. Alright, roll me another perception check.
Oh my fucking
Wow,
god!
same roll both times. Same roll for both numbers too.
It's the same roll.
Roll it again, I want to make sure it's not broken.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's not broken.
Oh my! Can I take the new one?
No.
Oh.
But as you continue to look, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. The strip that you are at currently is pretty vacant of any people.
Okay. I don't wanna push my luck with time, so I will try one more area. Just one last lookout, and then I'm gonna head back to the tavern after this last lookout. Go to a different part of town, do the exact same thing.
Roughly the same area, just a different district area or
Yeah.
across town.
Yeah, since this is a new part of town that I haven't been, I'll double up on this area.
All right, so
I'll just do a slightly different spot.
Okay, cool. So you head across the street, a couple of streets down, and make me another
Same rolls.
Yeah, same roll. Stealth check, perception. Okay.
21 stealth and perception. Oh my fucking god!
All right,
Please.
your stealth gets better and better, but your perception is just Okay.
The problem with going faster than light is that you constantly live in darkness.
I mean, it is pretty dark, so just getting though. All right, so you stick to the shadows still, making almost no sound.
Let me make an
whatsoever.
investigation check, please. Just one investigation, please.
Making almost no sound whatsoever. Well, you need something to investigate. You're trying to find something. If you found something, maybe we could talk. But
You know what? Then fuck it. New part of town. Completely different part of town.
all right, as you look
I've
around
got to
this
come
part,
back with something.
as you look around this part, you still don't really see anything. It seems like almost everyone's turning in for the night. But if you wish to continue,
I'll do one more because I want to come back with something, even the tiniest bit of breadcrumb.
all right. Currently, you spend about 4 hours doing this. So, would you like to go to a different part of town
Yes.
entirely? Or
Yes.
okay, different part of town entirely. Okay, so you head out about 2 hours walking distance. Make me another stealth check. Okay. It is getting darker, so it's harder for you to actually see where you're going. So you do make a little bit of noise, but you're still pretty quiet and hidden from what you can tell.
All right. Last perception check.
Yep.
Please
You make your
do
way
me something good.
closer to the market district. Well, most of the markets are at. Make me a perception check. See what you see.
Hey,
Hey, better.
double digits, baby.
All right, Matt, you find a stair ladder that goes up, and you climb your way up that particular building and onto the roofs, giving yourself a better vantage point. And you look around. At this time, the sun is pretty much done set, and it's really dark. But there is enough torchlights in this particular part of town to let you see enough. Currently, in this part of town, You do see a couple of people motioning around. It appears to be some merchants who are finishing up for the day and closing down the businesses and cleaning up, making sure the property is locked up tight for the night and are leaving. Unfortunately, you don't really see anyone suspicious. You,
All right. Then I will make my way back to the tavern.
you make your way back to the tavern. At this point, since it hasn't been an extravagant amount of time, you've been gone for quite a while, but not enough time that you couldn't get a good night's rest. You actually still have a few hours that you could squeeze in there for decent night's sleep. You'll be a little tired, but you won't be exhausted. Alright, and you make your way back.
I will slowly approach Lisa. And then slower. And I'll just stop right here.
Still check. Perception check. No.
I'm going to roll stealth anyways.
Hang on. Perception.
Practically sneaking up on you. Trying not to disturb you.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Excuse me. Nope. You know.
Surprise attack.
She's kind of like, she just jumps like with the wine halfway to her mouth, like, what the heck?
Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you.
You didn't scare me, you startled me. That is very different.
Sure.
What did you find? What did you see?
Unfortunately, I am still not used to the layout of this town, nor am I used to urban environments. I didn't really find anything.
Well, don't worry, that's something at least. It means perhaps we will have at least have a quiet night.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Good work, you tried. At least it's, you know a little bit more about the layout of the town.
Should we be here another night, I will be prepared for a better night.
That's the spirit.
Where do we sleep? I'm tired.
Good question.
Odd question. Did we ever talk to Officer Johnson about the payment for the kill that we did?
Nope.
No,
No, we didn't. That wasn't right.
Rip.
you never brought it up.
But yeah, Tyrion would be inquiring with the bartender about possibly a place for the party to sleep.
Well, as you approach him and you ask for a place to sleep, he will begin to speak. Well, we were just a tavern. We don't have any beds or anything. I could nudge you to an inn somewhere that would probably be able to take you in. Of course, we are open 24 hours. You're free to stay here. You probably just wouldn't get a good night's sleep, and I would have hoped you would buy something if you did.
Oh, of course, we'll buy any. I'll buy some food for us in any case, but we should probably look for a place to get a good night's sleep, considering the nature of our work.
Of course.
And I will go ahead and end off that conversation by purchasing food for everybody, including Kin, for when she gets back.
Okay. Do you have money?
So I needed to double check because I thought we had the starting gold we got from our background.
From your background, yeah, not from your class.
Yes, so I still
that's a choose one or the other, and I don't do the gold.
I still have 9 gold, 99 silver, and 98 copper.
Okay, cool. So you were actually someone who had money.
I sleep in a cave.
All right. As you buy food and drink for everyone. All right. Let's see.
Have you ever slept in a cave before?
Excuse me?
I'm just trying to make conversation. I'm not used to this.
Alright,
You know what? Valiant effort.
that'll be
Have
one
you ever slept in a
silver,
cave?
5 copper.
Not that I recall.
Tyrion hands
I-
over the silver and 5 copper.
I live in a cave.
You live in a cave.
Yes. It's very nice.
It sounds wonderful. That was sarcasm. I was being sarcastic. Do you know what that is?
No?
It's like lying, but politely. But not politely.
Why would you lie to me?
Why wouldn't I lie to you?
How can you judge a cave if you've never slept in one before?
You know what? I'm gonna give you that. That is an excellent point. I have not slept in a cave. I am not in a position to judge.
He will provide you a platter full of food and drink for your entire company.
Maybe when we get the chance, I can show you my cave. I promise it's very nice.
You need to work on the wording with that, and you need to be careful who you say that to. Do you understand me?
No?
I'm not going to explain why, but just don't invite people into your cave willy-nilly. You know,
Okay.
it's going to be a very long job.
The middle of this conversation,
Phew.
Tyrion just walks up and puts the platter of food on the table. Hello, friends!
Ah, food.
Yes, I'm going to go gather the other two, and then we shall feast to our first victory.
Alright, well, since Eda apparently never left, he will grab the gold payment from Officer Johnson.
Huzzah.
And will suggest you go to a larger table that has chairs for everyone, so you're not just awkwardly standing around the table with only 3 chairs.
Tyrion picks up the
Musical
platter
chairs.
and
Sorry,
scurries
sorry.
over to the table.
Wrong table.
Well, there is something I would like to inquire as to in the intermediate period while Kin's away, is to ask Officer Johnson if the garrison has an armorer, or if there is an armorer in town that I could possibly go to see about
Oh.
purchasing or trading with.
Well, come on, let's do that now.
Officer Johnson, sorry to bother you. I know you're trying to eat still, but
Oh, he's done by now. It's been a couple of hours since Kim got back.
This and she'll kind of motion to the chainmail she's wearing under her clothing. This is if you excuse my language, is shit. I would very much like to look into seeing if I could trade. I don't know if you have the garrison has an armorer who might be interested. It's fine chainmail. It's just not fine for me.
I see. Well, the town does have a few blacksmiths. One that we procure our armor from the market square. If you would like to, I suppose, trade in your armor or purchase more, I'm sure they would be able to aid you in such endeavors.
I don't suppose it would be unseemly of me to mention the fact that I am working for the authorities as a contractor to perhaps instill a better business arrangement.
He will take a glass that's sitting next to him and take a sip. Ma'am, never. I lost his voice. I'm bringing his voice back. Never underestimate the ideals of the wheel and deal.
I'm going to take that as a yes then.
Perhaps.
Much obliged. I will see about doing that at some point. Oh, perhaps once my arm stops bleeding.
Meanwhile, it's stopped bleeding a couple hours ago. Like, still bloody though. Your sleeve was really bloody. It's really tore up. That's quite a shame.
It was a good shirt. It served me well. I will leave you to your rest and go find my own. Thank you once again.
You will nod. Alright, what is everyone else doing?
I was asking Tyrion to come over here so we could share the meal and enjoy.
My map tools may not have updated properly. I just see you standing in the middle of the floor.
That's okay. I'm fine standing in the middle of the floor.
Currently, Tyrion is standing in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, I didn't even see which
I'm
table was
eating.
being, I didn't even see which table was being indicated.
Well, everyone went to this one. Would you like me to move you? Oh, are
Yes,
you doing
please,
something?
because my map tools has not updated yet.
Oh, your map tools froze.
Yeah.
Alright, and everyone sits down to a okayish meal of alcohol and lesser meats and bread.
Huzzah!
A little bit ways through the meal, Tyrion starts to get a little tipsy and is just leaning back in his chair and just going,
Did-
I shall bear these scars with pride.
And Pidge slowly
Ken-
pecks at the bread while maintaining eye contact with Ken.
Ken is hungry, and she is hesitant to take off her mask to eat. But then she'll just... and she will undo her mask to eat. And I don't have a picture for it because this obviously isn't a picture I had drawn, but I'm having a friend draw an actual picture for Ken. But she takes her mask off, and you see a pretty mangled left side of a face. Not super disfigured, but many scars and scratches on her left side.
Pidge
And
nods
she will
in
eat.
acknowledgement. You know.
Tyrion kind of looks at this like curiously, but doesn't make any comment about it. He's seen this kind of thing before.
She
I'm
will
gonna
look.
go-
She will look down on her plate of food, and she will say, "Please, please don't stare at me while I eat."
Too late.
Mm,
You're building up a resistance. You have to get accustomed to it.
Drunk Tyrion just reaches over and gently pats Keen on the head.
mm-mm. This is less about resistance and more of an incident when I was a child.
So
Be that as
can
it may.
I get some grog?
And please do not mistake the mask for covering up the scars. The mask is traditional within my people.
Yes, you quickly
Tradition.
purchase some grog. For one
How much did
copper.
that cost me?
1 copper.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, there's many things that the Dragonborn people can tell you about traditions. So I get it. But I'll tell you what, in Dragonborn culture, male or female, there's nothing quite as appreciable as the good scar.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I don't, for the record, but
Tyrion, being kind of an overgrown man-child at this point, sticks his tongue out at Lisa and reaches over and pats Keen on the head again.
He's
Please stop touching me.
We'll build. You'll get your drinking legs soon enough.
Mm, okay.
Hold on, I gotta remember where I'm from all of a sudden.
I'm just gonna finish my food and go to bed. Where are we sleeping? I'm fine with sleeping. I'm fine with sleeping outside.
No, we're not sleeping outside.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you really want to, I'm not going to stop you. I don't care that much. But I believe we'll find an inn somewhere with, not too much lice.
Ah, my friend over there points over at the bartender. He knows someplace we can go to sleep.
See, he's on the case already.
But outside could be nice too. Like it's fine.
So, Tyrion, do you know why people drink grog over just straight alcohol?
Alcohol.
Yeah, the thing that you've been drinking.
Looks at the bottle. This isn't just flavored water.
No. That's what basically grog is.
It's mostly water.
No, well, I mean, I guess in that sense, I don't know. It's alcohol.
I thought it was some kind of potion because I feel invincible.
Why is he getting loud?
He's drinking. Oh, that reminds me. I have a song I can play for this.
Oh, more songs.
And I'm actually going to play a song that is actually specifically to help people get rowdy.
Oh no.
Please take me to the end.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have any mechanical effects. It's just called "Blow Fire Down the Coast," and it's literally, it's a pirate song that's supposed to help people get rowdy.
Ken will put her mask back on and actually get closer to Lisa and say, "Please get me out of here. It's getting way too loud.
Well locked, by the way.
Please."
What'd you say?
Alright, so the party drinks, and most of you are merry. Rule plays a song and boisters the spirits of the inn, well, not the tavern itself. People sing, some dance, mostly drunkards.
Tyrion dancing while singing drunkenly in Draconic.
A few will join you, and after a long night of drinking and celebrating, you make your way out to a relatively small inn, check in for the night, and begin to rest. That is where I will call it for tonight. Where do you plan to go when you awaken?
Good question.
Yeah, in an inn, but like hungover and in disarray.
I think after the inn is what he was referring to.
Yeah, after the inn.
After the inn.
Are we gonna go to that creepy lady's house? Or are we gonna go to the woods? Or do we want to double up on the sewer idea? Or double down, I mean.
I kind of like the idea of either going to the lady or going out into the forest, because you didn't see any trail directly leading to the sewers.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good fucking roll, and if there was no signs.
Yeah, so I figured it may not be a bad idea to actually just go out and maybe see if, because you actually saw their tracks this time because of the fight, and you might see something that is similar. Also, it seems like all these creatures are kind of pseudo slimes. They're like half slime, half.
Yeah, that's
other
why
things.
that's why I checked the grate, because I just assumed they just literally just through the, like, we're talking like Terminator. What are they, T-1000s, just right through the bars?
Yes,
I-
T1000s for that ones. Yeah. I say we just go out to the forest / the crazy lady house and maybe start going that direction.
I'll put it
Yeah.
this way: as the character Tarian doesn't know what the hell to make of any of this, and is just kind of making wild accusations in his own mind. As a player, I'm intrigued by the idea that this crazy lady has been said to be able to predict futures or see things. We might be able to leverage that to our advantage if we can avoid getting drawn into some sort of witch pact.
I think
I have
Lisa-
some
Go on.
I have some out of character theories about the old lady. Not that there's a lot of solid ground to stand on, but I'm assuming that the people that go to visit her and they come back like feeling different, that they're the ones transforming into these creatures.
I mean, hey, we have places we can check. Also, I still think the whole shipment with all those vials and bottles is still a lead that we can pick up on if we ask the merchants probably around here.
Listen, as a player, I can pull out a whole just wall full of red string and conspiracy ties right now. But
I think Lisa would kind of feel a bit like it would be better to exhaust any suspicions we have about what's happening in town, because that's where things are happening, before we go
Yeah.
out. Although if we do leave town, because we've
That's
given them
that's my general consensus too. That's why I went out at night stalking around, because I wanted to see if there was any midnight travels with some suspicious people. But I rolled great.
Nothing that you could see.
I think
it's
I mean,
like,
that's why Lisa was talking about maybe if they're coming out during the day for some reason, but it's the daylight that's affecting them, but she's not sure. But then
listen,
it's like at night, so
SCP-001 before day breaks, but I digress.
but Lisa would be okay if the rest of the group wanted to leave town, because she feels like, because they've ascertained the issue, like kind of something of the nature of the problem, and telling the guards are already capable of handling it with difficulty, but giving them a little bit of a leg up feels like they have helped at least. So even if they are sort of wandering around trying to find like a string to follow, they've at least done part of their job.
Main thing is, at this point, we've determined how they're not getting into the town, but we're not really sure on how they're getting into the town.
Look
We
at
just
little
wanna
meta.
compare.
I'm still a little suspicious when he asked us to make the perception check when we were investigating the sewer grate.
I mean, there's still options.
yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I'd say
That's
if we
literally the only reason why I said I put the option of doubling down on the sewer investigation.
So why don't we do this compromise? Why don't we do in the morning? If someone wants to look the sewer grates, they can, and we can also talk to some merchants in the early morning when it's less busy. When it's less busy, to see to maybe see if we know anything about them delivering to an Uther Axiom, because at least we have that specific
we have a name now, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that'll
then- and
help a
then-
lot.
And then if we don't get any real big lead that really helps push us in a specific direction, then we can go out of town.
Yeah, and then we can head out during the early day, and then still have time to make some progress before if we're gonna be camping out there, which might be a bit. We're gonna be camping out there if we're going out anyway, because it's like a 2-day journey.
I'm still just
Yep.
in here trying to figure out in my wild conspiracy yarns, if Axiom is technically the good guy or the bad guy, and if he came out here to research a way to stop the creatures.
I mean, this is there's a lot of things it could be, which will be the interesting thing of trying to find out, if we find out.
By the way, what'd you think of Battlekin?
I like that.
her shift in demeanor and personality when she's actually in a fight.
I also like the fact that she has sharpshooter, so she hits something, it's just gunk.
Yeah, it's just the creature is surprised by how fucking got hit.
Level 1 feats, let's go!
Okay,
I,
so
that was funny.
the current plan is in the morning, check out what could be at the sewers, ask around the merchants for any more information, and if
Yeah,
nothing is found, head out towards the did
Witch
I
in the
ever-
forest.
Did I ever tell you her name? No.
Oh yeah, you did.
Madame Torchwood.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still gonna probably call her crazy lady that lives out in town until I have to directly talk to her.
Yeah, it sounds like we're just gonna expend our suspicions within the town before we start looking out of the town.
And if
Okay.
it's the thing of if we find something to follow, if we find something in town, then we can double down on that. But it's handy for Lysa because she wants to go and very quickly go and see if she can do something with her armor. So, but if not, then yeah, head out to town.
I
Head out into the
totally
wilderness.
forgot about that rule with
Sounds-
heavy armor slowing you by 10 feet
Yeah,
until it
yeah.
just Tyrion goes running out in full
She
chainmail armor. just-
she also has disadvantage on all dexterity checks and saving throws, so that's fun.
Yeah, which is why I was a bit more. I was like, if I have to do a dexterity
I'm gonna
saving throw,
back up.
yeah.
Okay, so I will get all that prepared for next week, and as you rest and you awaken, you are all level 2.
I have a question. Does my particular patron force me to have certain evocations?
No.
Because okay. Just want to verify that first.
Alrighty, and for health, we're just doing average.
Yes, it'll be average plus your con,
Hmm.
because it's just easier that way.
Woo! Get another 10 HP.
Dude, this is the big level up that I was waiting for, because now I got two things. I got my fighting style, which is obviously archery,
At level 2?
which, yeah, at level 2 for rangers they get fighting style. So I get
odd.
I get to pick archery now as a fighting style, which is that +2 to attacks. So I have a +9 to hit now. So I have a +7. And the other gigantic thing is I have spell casting.
Leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Yeah.
So
crap.
you said we do average HP, right?
Yes, it is the average of your hit die. Plus your
which
con.
isn't like half. It's like if you actually look it up, it's like
Yeah, it's like
so
half
I've-
+1 or something.
Yeah, it's half
Yeah, it's
plus
like
1 'cause
what-
of reg
yeah, like a
die.
1d
Hey,
is 6. Yeah.
Do we want to give Shep his outro first
So-
before we keep talking mechanics?
So I
Yeah.
add another 6 to my
I'll
HP
just,
then.
I'll just mute you when I get done to that. Don't worry about me doing my outro.
Oh, I just know if you wanted to have it, clean, then it's a good way to prevent the mechanics from overriding the VOD. I was just thinking about how clean the VOD would look. That's all.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't edit, so it's already a mess. But thank you for caring.
I do edit, so I know the
I
feels.
should, but I don't.
You
but
need
I will-
you need
I
an
will.
editor.
I need money to pay for an editor. Alright, well, that will do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ding that little bell so you'll be notified when I post again. And if you aren't doing so already, check out my Twitch, Dungeons with Shepard, so you can watch when we stream these live, and you can interact with us via chat. And I will see you all on the next one.